Testing, test, test.
To a 408-pound barbell crushing a powerlifter's chest in Russia. In this video, we're breaking down 6 bodybuilders and strength athletes who tragically died in front of their fans. And honestly, these stories are a haunting reminder of just how dangerous the pursuit of physical perfection can truly be. Sifiso Lungelo Tabete. Our first story takes us to the vibrant and dynamic bodybuilding scene of South Africa, where a young man named Sifiso Lungelo Tabete had risen from humble beginnings to become one of the most exciting and promising talents the country had ever produced. Born around 1994 in Umlazi, a township located south of Durban in the KwaZulu-Natal province, Tabete discovered bodybuilding at a young age and immediately demonstrated an exceptional aptitude for the sport that would come to define his tragically short life. By the time he reached his early 20s, Tabete had already achieved what many bodybuilders spend their entire careers chasing. He earned the prestigious title of IFBB Junior World Champion in the up to 75 kilogram category, a remarkable accomplishment that marked him as a future star in the international bodybuilding community. But what truly set Tabete apart from his contemporaries wasn't just his impressive physique or his competitive achievements, it was his electrifying stage presence and his signature move that had become legendary among South African bodybuilding fans. You see, Tabete had a tradition. Before his routines, he would perform a spectacular backflip to energize the crowd and announce his arrival on stage. It was a move that perfectly encapsulated his personality: bold, athletic, and utterly fearless. He had performed this backflip countless times before, always landing perfectly, always sending the audience into rapturous applause. Just weeks before the tragedy, in July 2017, Tabete had triumphed at the IFBB Muscle Militia Grand Prix, his backflip celebration drawing thunderous cheers from the crowd. On August 5, 2017, at a community hall in D section, Umlazi, Tabete prepared to compete once again. The 23-year-old champion approached the stage with his characteristic confidence, ready to give the crowd what they had come to expect. He launched into his signature backflip, a move he had executed flawlessly so many times before. But on this day, something went horribly, catastrophically wrong. Whether it was the socks he was wearing on the mat, a slight miscalculation in his positioning, or simply a cruel twist of fate, Tabete failed to complete the full rotation. He landed awkwardly, his head and neck absorbing the full impact of his body weight. The sound that followed was sickening. The audience, which had been ready to erupt in cheers, fell into stunned silence. Several people rushed forward to help, lifting his legs and providing aid as the horrifying reality of the situation began to dawn on everyone present. Tabete was immediately transported to a nearby hospital, but the damage was catastrophic and irreversible. The young champion, who had seemed destined for international greatness, was pronounced dead on arrival. He had broken his neck. The bodybuilding world reacted with profound shock and grief. South African bodybuilding magazine Muscle Evolution issued a statement describing the community as deeply saddened by the loss of such a talented athlete from Umlazi. Wayne Price, a spokesperson for Bodybuilding South Africa, noted that Tabete's family was very upset about the rapid circulation of the video capturing his final moments, pleading with people to stop sharing it out of respect for their grieving process. The video had spread across social media like wildfire, with many viewers initially thinking it might be part of the act before the terrible truth became clear. In the years since his passing, Sifiso Lungelo Tabete has been remembered not for how he died, but for how he lived, as a charismatic, talented young man whose backflip celebrations brought joy to countless fans. His legacy endures as both a celebration of his achievements and a somber reminder of the risks that can come with showmanship in the pursuit of entertaining an audience. Igor Golushkin. Our second story moves away from traditional bodybuilding and into the related world of powerlifting, where athletes test the absolute limits of human strength by lifting enormous weights in competition. It is here, in a competition venue in Russia, that we encounter one of the most sudden and violent deaths on our list, a tragedy that unfolded in mere milliseconds and served as a horrifying reminder of the dangers inherent in strength sports. Igor Golushkin was a 34-year-old powerlifter from Rostov-on-Don, Russia. He was an experienced weightlifter who had spent years developing his strength in the gym, but he was relatively new to competitive events. In fact, the competition where he would meet his end was his first serious competitive outing. Competing in the under 90 kilogram weight category, Golushkin had a training maximum bench press of around 160 kilograms, an impressive number that placed him among the stronger recreational lifters, but well below the elite levels of the sport. On August 25, 2012, at a powerlifting competition in the city of Shati, Russia, Golushkin approached the bench press with ambitious intentions. He was attempting 185 kilograms, approximately 408 pounds, a weight that exceeded his training maximum by a significant margin. It was a risk that competitive athletes often take, pushing beyond their known limits in the pursuit of personal bests and competitive glory. What happened next occurred so quickly that even the spotters positioned beside him had virtually no chance to react. Galushkin was using what experts later described as an open enough grip, an illegal technique that reduced his control over the barbell. As he pressed the weight, the bar slipped from his hands. The heavy barbell, carrying 408 pounds of iron plates, fell directly onto his chest. The impact was catastrophic. The weight caused severe hemorrhaging of Galushkin's heart, destruction of his diaphragm, multiple broken ribs, and a torn abdominal cavity. Experts who later analyzed video footage of the incident estimated that the bar's descent took approximately 67 milliseconds, far too fast for any human being to intercede, despite the presence of spotters on either side. Emergency medical personnel rushed Galushkin to a nearby trauma center, but the damage was beyond any possibility of repair. He died shortly after from what was officially termed a heart concussion, a traumatic injury caused by the massive blunt force trauma to his chest. The incident, which had been filmed as part of the competition's video documentation, would later circulate widely online, becoming one of the most viewed examples of fatal weightlifting accidents. For those who watched it, the footage served as a nightmarish illustration of how quickly things can go wrong in strength sports, and how even the presence of safety personnel cannot guarantee protection against catastrophic failure. The weightlifting and powerlifting communities reacted with a mixture of horror, sadness, and intense discussion about safety protocols. On forums dedicated to strength training, users expressed fear and sympathy, with comments such as "This scares the hell out of me," appearing alongside debates about the responsibilities of spotters and the effectiveness of existing safety measures. This was not, it later emerged, Galushkin's first close call with disaster. During a prior training session, a similar slip had occurred with 180 kilograms, but on that occasion, spotters had managed to catch the weight. That near miss should perhaps have served as a warning, preview of the tragedy that would eventually unfold on the competitive stage. Igor Galushkin's legacy is primarily that of a cautionary tale, a sobering reminder of the mortal risks that athletes assume when they pursue extreme feats of strength. His death has been cited countless times in discussions about gym safety, proper lifting technique, and the limitations of protective measures like spotters and safety bars. While he never achieved fame as a competitive athlete, his final moments have been viewed by millions and have contributed to ongoing conversations about safety protocols in strength sports. Antonio Leso Braz de Souza. From the powerlifting stages of Russia, our journey now takes us across the globe to Brazil, a country that has become one of the global epicenters of bodybuilding culture. It is here that we encounter the story of Antonio Leso Braz de Souza, a 26-year-old bodybuilder from Manaus in the Amazonas region, whose passion for the sport and love for his family would ultimately lead him down a path ending in tragedy. Antonio began his weight training journey at the remarkably young age of 15, drawn to bodybuilding as a means of building not only physical strength, but also the discipline and character that would serve him throughout his life. Over the next decade, what started as a hobby transformed into a genuine competitive pursuit, with Antonio dedicating himself to the sport for approximately 5 years of serious competition. But for Antonio, bodybuilding was never simply about personal glory or trophy accumulation. It was about creating a better life for the people he loved most. His sister, Mary Braz, would later share that Antonio saw bodybuilding as a vehicle to improve his family's circumstances, particularly for his mother and sister. She described him as intensely focused, never relying on others, and driven by a dream of gaining recognition in the sport that would allow him to provide better opportunities for his loved ones. On social media, Antonio had built a following of over 9,000 people on Instagram, where he regularly shared glimpses into his rigorous training routines, his tattooed and muscular physique, and tender moments with his wife, Yone Farias. On August 3rd, 2024, Antonio arrived at the Navega Open Bodybuilding Championship in Navegantes, Santa Catarina, in southern Brazil. He was in peak condition, his body honed to razor-sharp definition through weeks of intense preparation. But that preparation had come at a significant cost that Antonio was trying desperately to ignore. To achieve the extreme leanness that judges reward in bodybuilding competitions, he had used diuretics, a common but dangerous practice in the sport that reduces water retention and enhances muscle definition at the expense of severe dehydration. Before taking the stage, Antonio confided in his wife about severe chest pain he was experiencing. Yon would later describe him as being very dry, unfortunately, a phrase that speaks volumes about the dangerous state of dehydration he had subjected himself to in pursuit of competitive excellence. Despite the discomfort and the warning signs his body was sending him, Antonio refused to withdraw. He had worked too hard, sacrificed too much to walk away now. What happened next would haunt everyone who witnessed it. Antonio took to the stage and performed brilliantly, finishing in the top 3 of his category and even winning a trophy for his efforts. But moments after stepping off the stage, his heart, strained beyond its limits by dehydration and the intense physical demands of competition, competition, simply gave out. He collapsed from a massive cardiac arrest. Medical personnel at the venue rushed to his side and worked frantically to save him, but their efforts proved futile. Antonio Lesobras de Souza was pronounced dead, his body transported back to his hometown of Manaus, where he was buried on August 6, 2024. Adding an eerie and heartbreaking dimension to the tragedy, just hours before the competition, Antonio had posted an optimistic video on social media. In it, he smiled at the camera and said, "All right, folks, off to the weigh-in. God willing, everything will go well. We're lean, right? I think you can tell from my face." Those words, so full of hope and anticipation, have since become a poignant final message from a young man who had no idea he was living his final hours. His wife, Yon Farias, was devastated. She posted an emotional tribute video on social media, showing Antonio grinning and flexing, accompanied by words that captured the depth of her loss. "This is how I will remember you, my love. Rest in peace. Although life has ended, my love for you will last forever. Your departure has left a void, but your memory will stay with me always." His sister Mary offered perhaps the most fitting epitaph for a man who gave everything to his sport. She stated that Antonio literally gave his life for this sport. He competed until his last breath. The Navega Open organizers issued a statement of condolence. "Our condolences to the family and friends for this inestimable loss." Antonio's death was not an isolated incident. It marked the 5th bodybuilder death in just 90 days, a grim statistic that would fuel ongoing debates about athlete safety and the dangerous practices that have become normalized within competitive bodybuilding. Jose Mateus Correa Silva. Remaining in Brazil, where bodybuilding culture runs deep and passionate, we now turn our attention to the story of Jose Mateus Correa Silva, a 28-year-old award-winning bodybuilder whose life exemplified the multifaceted nature of modern fitness competitors. Unlike many in the sport who dedicate themselves exclusively to training and competition, Jose was a man of remarkable intellectual accomplishment and entrepreneurial ambition. Born around 1996, Jose possessed both a law degree and a qualification in nutrition, demonstrating the kind of well-rounded character that set him apart from many of his contemporaries. He had competed at the highest levels of Brazilian bodybuilding, achieving a 9th place finish in the men's physique class up to 179 centimeters at the 2018 South American Championships and an 11th place finish in the men's bodybuilding class up to 100 kilograms at the 2017 Arnold Classic South America, achievements that placed him among the elite competitors in Latin American bodybuilding circles. But by the time tragedy struck, Jose had transitioned away from active competition and toward a new phase in his career. He had become a coach and mentor to aspiring bodybuilders, channeling his years of experience and knowledge into helping others achieve their competitive dreams. He also owned an online supplement store, a business venture that allowed him to support the broader fitness community while building financial security for himself and his loved ones. On social media, his followers knew him for his punishing training routines and his transformation stories that inspired countless individuals to begin their own fitness journeys. Despite his imposing physique, those who knew him personally described him as a gentle giant, approachable, kind, and always willing to help others. On November 22nd, 2024, Jose arrived at a gym in Águas Claras, a town near Brasilia, for what should have been a routine training session with friends. At 28 years old, he was in what should have been the prime of his life, fit, strong, and seemingly healthy. There had been no reported prior health issues, no warning signs that anything was amiss. His family would later describe him as being in good shape with no known medical conditions. But during that workout session, as his friends trained alongside him, Jose suddenly collapsed. Cardiac arrest had struck without warning, bringing one of Brazil's most promising fitness professionals to his knees. One of his training partners, who happened to be a firefighter, immediately sprang into action, rushing Jose to a nearby fire station where emergency medical personnel attempted to revive him. The resuscitation efforts lasted over an hour, every possible measure being taken to bring him back, but it was not to be. Jose Mateus Correa Silva was pronounced dead at the scene. The news of his passing sent shockwaves through the global fitness community. His brother, Tiago, shared a deeply emotional tribute on social media that captured the family's devastation. "You were incredible. Thank you for so much. I love you. Heaven has gained an angel." Jose was a much-loved man. Tiago also expressed gratitude to the medical team for their tireless efforts and described the funeral on November 24th, 2024, as a beautiful farewell full of family and friends. The service, which included both evangelical and Catholic ceremonies to honor Jose's spiritual life, drew hundreds of mourners, so many in fact, that they overflowed the chapel, a testament to the impact this young man had made during his 28 years on Earth. Fans and fellow athletes expressed their grief across social media platforms, with many emphasizing the cruel randomness of his death. One post that gained particular traction noted that the sudden death of Jose Mateus Correa Silva serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of health risks, even for those who appear physically fit. It was a sentiment that resonated deeply with a community that prides itself on health and physical excellence, yet continues to lose members far too young to causes that seem to contradict everything they represent. Jose's legacy lives on through the athletes he mentored, the business he built, and the inspiration he provided to countless individuals pursuing their own fitness goals. His story serves as both a celebration of a life lived with purpose and passion, and a sobering reminder that even the healthiest appearing among us are not immune to the fragility of the human heart. Wanderson da Silva Moreira.
Yeah,
Our journey through these tragic stories brings us now to one of the most recent and widely reported incidents in bodybuilding history. On May 10th, 2025, at the annual Pantanal Bodybuilding Championship in Campo Grande, western Brazil, a 30-year-old competitor named Wanderson da Silva Moreira would collapse in front of a horrified audience, his death sparking international headlines and renewed conversations about athlete safety in competitive bodybuilding. Wanderson was, by all accounts, a man whose life revolved around two central pillars: his dedication to bodybuilding and his love for his family. Born around 1995, he had built a career competing in regional and national level bodybuilding events, with the Pantanal contest serving as a crucial qualifier for prestigious competitions like Mr. Olympia Brazil and the Arnold Classic South America. But those who knew Wanderson personally described him as far more than just an athlete. He was remembered as a family-oriented individual with a generous spirit, a devoted husband, and father of 2 children who frequently shared moments with his loved ones on social media. There was, however, a shadow hanging over Wanderson's athletic pursuits that those close to him were well aware of. He had a history of high blood pressure, a condition that is particularly dangerous for competitive bodybuilders who subject their cardiovascular systems to extreme stress during training and competition. Despite this known risk factor, Wanderson continued to pursue his competitive dreams with unwavering determination. On the morning of the Pantanal Championship, Wanderson felt unwell. His body was sending him warning signals that something was not right, that perhaps this was not the day to push his limits on a competitive stage. But Wanderson, like so many athletes before him who have ignored the pleas of their bodies in pursuit of glory, refused to withdraw. He had trained too hard, sacrificed too much, and come too far to walk away now. Hours before taking the stage, Wanderson posted what would become a heartbreaking final message on social media. Accompanying a photo of his wife, he wrote, "Today I came without you, but I will do my best to take one more home." It was a touching dedication, a promise to honor the woman he loved by bringing back a trophy from the competition. Neither he nor his wife could have known that those words would be among his last. Wanderson took the stage and completed his posing routine, but those watching closely could see that something was wrong. He appeared unsteady, his movements lacking the precision and control that judges and audiences expect from competitive bodybuilders. Then, near the backstage area, in full view of judges, spectators, and fellow competitors, Wanderson collapsed. Emergency medics responded immediately, initiating what would become an agonizing battle to save his life. For over 80 minutes, medical personnel performed cardiac massage, administered 6 defibrillator shocks, provided medication, and intubated him in a desperate attempt to restore his heartbeat. But despite their heroic efforts, Wanderson da Silva Moreira was pronounced dead at the scene from what appeared to be cardiac arrest. In a decision that many would later criticize, the competition continued as normal after Wanderson's death. The tragedy was compounded by the fact that it occurred just 1 week after another Brazilian bodybuilder, Guilherme Henrique, known as Gui Bull, also aged 30, had died suddenly. The back-to-back deaths sent shockwaves through the Brazilian and international bodybuilding communities. Wanderson's coach shared an emotional tribute that captured the depth of loss felt by those who knew him personally. "I have no words to describe the depth of sadness and shock I still feel. He was not an athlete, he was a great friend, a family man, a man with a huge heart who was always willing to help those who needed him. We can only mourn his loss and ask God to comfort especially his family and all of us. You are and always will be part of our team and family." Fans expressed their grief across social media platforms, with many noting the cruel irony of a man dying while doing what he loved. One commenter captured the sentiment simply, "He died doing what he loved." Others called for the bodybuilding community to reflect seriously on the health risks associated with the sport, with one user offering a stark warning, a stark reminder to check your BP as an AAS user. Wanderson da Silva Moreira's legacy extends beyond his competitive achievements. He is remembered as a loving husband and father whose social media presence revealed a man who treasured the simple joys of family life alongside his athletic pursuits. His story has become a focal point in ongoing discussions about athlete health, particularly the dangers of competing with undiagnosed or untreated conditions like high blood pressure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content. Justin Vicky was just 33 years old when a tragic squatting accident took his life. Matthias Pavlak was just 19. Vittorio Vito Perbazzari had fame and muscle but lost it all in the blink of an eye. Unfortunately, they all met tragic endings. There is a hidden pattern. Jose Mateus Pereira Silva. Our first story takes us to the vibrant city of Aguas Claras, located in Brasilia, Brazil, where a young man named Jose Mateus Correa Silva was living what many would consider an absolutely extraordinary life. At just 28 years old, Jose had already accomplished more than most people achieve in a lifetime. He wasn't just a competitive bodybuilder, although his accomplishments in that arena were certainly impressive. He was also a lawyer, a certified nutritionist, and a successful fitness entrepreneur who owned multiple supplement stores. When you think about the kind of drive, discipline, and intelligence required to juggle that many high-level pursuits simultaneously, you begin to understand why Jose was so widely admired in his community. On the competitive stage, Jose had demonstrated his dedication to the sport through years of disciplined training and competition. He placed 9th in men's physique at the 2018 South American Championships, going up against some of the best athletes the continent had to offer, and he had also earned an impressive 11th place finish at the prestigious 2017 Arnold Classic South America. These weren't just local competitions, these were international stages where the best of the best came to prove themselves, and Jose had shown that he belonged among that elite company. But Jose's impact extended far beyond his own competitive achievements. Through his work as a nutritionist and personal trainer, he had helped countless other individuals transform their own bodies and their own lives. His supplement stores provided the local fitness community with the products they needed to fuel their journeys, and his presence as a role model inspired others to believe that they too could achieve greatness if they were willing to put in the work. Then came November 22nd, 2024, a day that would shatter the lives of everyone who knew and loved him. Jose was training with friends at a local gym, doing what he had done countless times before when the unthinkable happened. Without any warning, Jose suffered a massive heart attack and collapsed right there on the gym floor. His friends immediately sprang into action, rushing him to a nearby fire station where paramedics and emergency personnel attempted to resuscitate him. For over an hour, they fought desperately to bring Jose back, performing CPR and doing everything in their power to restart his heart. But despite their heroic efforts, Jose could not be saved. What made this tragedy even more shocking was the complete absence of any warning signs. According to Jose's brother, who spoke publicly about the devastating loss, Jose had no known prior health issues. There was nothing in his medical history that would have suggested he was at risk for a sudden cardiac event. He was young, he was fit, he was the picture of health, and yet, in an instant, he was gone. He wasn't some reckless amateur pushing beyond his limits without understanding the risks. He was a certified nutritionist who presumably understood the importance of proper supplementation, recovery, and health monitoring, and yet even all that knowledge couldn't protect him from the silent danger lurking within. But Jose's story, as heartbreaking as it is, was far from an isolated incident. Just a few months later, another bodybuilder would collapse at the gym under eerily similar circumstances. This time, a man who had also built a career in entertainment. Vittorio Vito Perbazzari. Our second story introduces us to a man who had successfully built careers in not one, but two incredibly demanding fields: professional bodybuilding and acting. Vittorio Perbazzari, known to his friends and fans simply as Vito, was a 44-year-old German bodybuilder who had leveraged his imposing physique and natural charisma into a multifaceted career that spanned the fitness industry and the entertainment world. He was perhaps best known to mainstream audiences for his memorable villain role in the hit Netflix series Dogs of Berlin, where his powerful screen presence and intimidating physical stature made him a perfect fit for the role. Within the bodybuilding community, Vito was a beloved figure, particularly among the Hardgainer crew, a collective of fitness enthusiasts and influencers who shared his passion for building muscle and inspiring others to pursue their fitness goals. His social media presence was substantial, and his posts regularly featured the kind of motivational content and training insights that his followers had come to expect and appreciate. The period leading up to Vito's death had been challenging. He had recently undergone surgery to repair a torn pectoral muscle, a common but serious injury among serious lifters, and he had also been recovering from a car accident. Despite these setbacks, Vito had remained positive and determined, gradually working his way back to the gym with a modified training program that focused on legs and cardiovascular conditioning, while his upper body continued to heal. Just one day before his death, Vito posted a progress selfie to his social media accounts, documenting his comeback journey and showing his followers that despite the obstacles, he was still fighting, still pushing forward, still committed to the lifestyle that had defined his entire adult life. On March 31st, 2025, Vito was at the gym doing interval training on a treadmill. Cardio work like this was a sensible choice for someone recovering from upper body surgery, and running intervals was exactly the kind of heart-pumping exercise that bodybuilders often incorporate into their routines to maintain cardiovascular fitness while building or maintaining muscle mass. But on this particular day, something went catastrophically wrong. While running on the treadmill, Vito collapsed from what investigators believe was a sudden heart attack. The man who had seemed so invincible on screen, who had battled back from surgery and accident alike, was gone in an instant. His death was announced publicly by his close friend and collaborator, filmmaker Saeed Ibrahim. Vito's death in 2025 shocked the fitness world, but the tragic pattern of bodybuilders collapsing at the gym stretches back decades. To understand just how long this has been happening, we need to travel back to 2011 and the story of a true legend of the sport, Frank Hillebrand. Now we travel back to 2011 to remember Frank Hillebrand, a former IFBB professional bodybuilder whose career represented some of the highest aspirations of the sport during one of its most competitive eras. Frank was a German athlete who had burst onto the international bodybuilding scene in the late 1980s and early 1990s, a time when the sport was experiencing unprecedented growth in popularity and when competition at the professional level was absolutely fierce. What set Frank apart from many of his contemporaries was his remarkable combination of aesthetics and symmetry. In a sport that was increasingly rewarding sheer mass above all else, Frank represented the classical ideal of bodybuilding, a physique that was not just big, but beautifully proportioned and visually stunning from every angle. This approach earned him widespread respect within the bodybuilding community and made him one of the top hopes for European bodybuilding during that era. His crowning achievement came at the 1990 Mr. Olympia competition, the Super Bowl of professional bodybuilding, where he placed an impressive 7th against the best bodybuilders on the planet. To even qualify for the Mr. Olympia stage required years of dedication and numerous victories at lower-level competitions, and to finish in the top 10 meant that Frank had proven himself among the absolute elite of the sport. After his competitive career wound down, Frank transitioned into personal training, eventually making his way to Las Vegas, Nevada, a city known for its fitness culture and abundance of high-end gyms. There, he built a successful practice helping others achieve their fitness goals, drawing on his decades of experience and his deep understanding of what it took to transform the human body. February 19th, 2011 started like any other day for Frank. He was at Gold's Gym, the legendary chain that had served as the birthplace of modern bodybuilding culture, going through his workout routine, but something felt wrong. Frank began experiencing breathing difficulties, the kind of warning sign that in retrospect clearly indicated something serious was happening. Rather than continuing to push through, he made the decision to move to the gym's lobby to rest and catch his breath. It was there, in the lobby of that iconic gym, that Frank collapsed from cardiac arrest. Paramedics arrived quickly and performed CPR, fighting desperately to revive him. Despite their best efforts, Frank
will give you more of what you don't want. If you don't like Dark Side Phil,
No, I gotta find that fucking dolphin.
Oh man. So I did watch about 10 minutes of this and it's like, oh my gosh, there's 32 more minutes, I should stop. Oh yeah, that's why I knew it was coming. Oh, it's still great though. It's still great, and it still bothers the shit out of him. Look at him. Look at his face.
internet, who basically can't get enough of Dark Side Phil. They microanalyze every aspect of my life. They do it for a couple of reasons. For some people, they get entertainment out of it. For some people, they actually make money doing it. They actually have YouTube channels where they restream or they clip and they do toxic negative stuff, and they feel like they're getting big benefit out of doing it, right?
A big benefit?
Some of these people are just mentally cracked, while some of them make thousands upon thousands of dollars basically trying to bully me on the internet. What's funny about it is, it really doesn't have a negative effect on me in any way.
What do you mean it doesn't have a negative effect on you in any way? Look at how you're acting.
Even though they have their own weirdo communities of people who stalk me and say toxic things, I just go on my merry way and
No, you don't.
do my own thing, and I'm good.
No, you don't.
You do good.
No, you don't.
I get good support. Everything's fine.
Wait, what do you mean everything's fine? What happened to all the people that were supporting you when Asmongold did what he did? What happened? What happened?
So it's not like these people are actually like hurting me in any way, but they act like they are. They think that their
What?
online bullying somehow gives them some kind of relevance on the planet, when in reality it doesn't. All it does is it makes people who are, how can I say, of a certain mental aptitude, they seek each other out and they have these weird social relationships on the internet together because they never would have these kind of...
What are you talking about? Are you describing yourself? Are you describing your private Discord or what?
relationships in real life. They're just not normal. This is not how normal people behave. They don't hyperfixate on someone, stalk every aspect of their life, and basically bully them endlessly and then laugh about it in a group. That's the behavior of like a 5-year-old on a schoolyard. You know, people bullies bullying some kid. It's...
Oh, DSP feels like he's getting pushed around.
It's not what adults do. And certainly it's not what intelligent, mature people do, because they have busy...
You're not an adult and you're not mature. What are you talking about?
things to do with their lives. You know, they have families, they have kids, they have
You
jobs.
have none of, and you have none of that.
They have
You don't have a job.
They have things they have to do
Bro, you play video games all day. What are you talking about?
that are more important to them because it's constructive
That's a
to
job.
them. They don't...
Dude, you went at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning commenting on Lummox's channel. What the hell are you talking about?
And all of their time hyperfixating on others on the outside because they're so busy with their own lives. But this group of people don't have their own lives. Their life is sitting.
This is how you know this guy has had no real life experience, has had a silver spoon in his mouth, and doesn't realize that people that work 8-9 hours a day have 4 or 5 hours of free time after they get done working. But he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand the concept of that. He doesn't understand that, well, most people work Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday do whatever. He doesn't understand the concept of that.
Eternally on the internet, hating on people.
Yeah, like you, dumbass.
Okay? Some of these people probably don't just fixate on me, but fixate on a few different people who they bounce between every day and laugh at, making fun of.
Of course, I'm going to be conceited here, and obviously he's talking about the casino. But I don't just do DSP videos. I do cyrax. I do wings. I do wrestling. You know.
Yeah, he does.
We'll throw some new ones in there from time to time. Do some little Nova Online. Oh yeah.
Despite the fact that their lives are absolutely miserable.
Oh, he's projecting so hard.
Why bring this up? Well, as you can see, it just happened, right? These people do what they can to try to interject into the content. Here we go again. To try to interject into my life. And for the most part, I found ways to basically just move on and ignore it. Doesn't affect me at all. At this point...
Okay, you just pointed it out. It affects you, idiot.
To be honest, I'm bulletproof to this shit. It just doesn't have
you're not.
any kind of control. But every once in a while, things, sadly, either do affect stuff, and I have to bring them up and explain what's going on.
Why?
And then people are like, well, why are you bringing up the troll?
Why?
Right?
Like, what's it
Or
going
in the
on?
case in point of this person who literally has like 10 accounts on Kick and just drops gifted subs left and right with supposedly insulting names on them. People are like, well, number one, why does that happen on your stream?
Supposedly insulting names, so those names aren't insulting to you, or what?
And number two, you know, are you going to bring it up? Do you ignore it? What do you do? Right? Well, in this case,
You ignore it, dummy.
particularly, I can tell you, Kick has a problem. Kick has a problem where even if you ban someone, they could still contribute to your stream. Now, does that make any sense? No. On YouTube, if you get banned, can you contribute to someone's stream? No. On Twitch, if you get banned, can you contribute to someone's stream? No. But Kick is stupid. Kick is kind of...
Kick is stupid. Kick is stupid. Oh my gosh, he sounds like a kid.
of playing catch up with everyone else. Not to say that they're not a good streaming service, they are, but they have these loopholes. I mean,
But
hell, they
they're-
had a loophole where people
But
could
they're stupid.
use the channel points to say things on your channel when they were banned. It's just so dumb. So, this is a loophole in their system. Will they eventually patch it? I don't know. For them, maybe they just want more money. Remember, they get a little cut of
Of course they do.
everything, so maybe they just want more money and they figure this is the way to
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, how dare them want to make more money. Oh, kind of like you, right? How you monetize everything for your stupid goals, right?
make it. I don't know.
Idiot. Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
Yeah.
But for me, if I don't have pop-ups for Kick,
But for me,
right? If people who contribute on Kick don't see a pop-up on the screen, likely they're going to feel left out. They're going to feel like, well, that's not fair. Why don't I get
how do you know that?
credit for my contribution? So it's a choice of all or nothing. Either all
But it shows up in the chat though, right?
pop-ups show up, including legit supportive people and trolls, or no pop-ups pop up, and therefore no one will ever get credit for this stuff, right? So
Get credit?
I've chosen.
Oh, wait a minute. So are you proving the fact, are you actually finally ratting on yourself that you fake your tips? Because people that give you money want to be recognized? And why would anyone give you an anonymous tip to not be recognized? Are you finally admitting that you fake tips to yourself to entice people to give you money? Or what?
Essentially the I guess lesser of two evils. I would much rather have everyone get credit
Turn it off and say, hey, look, if you want the pop-ups to pop up, go do it on YouTube.
for their contribution
No?
rather than no one get credit, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why I just kind of put up with it, right? But then the question is, do I address it? Do I ignore it? Right? How do I handle it? And
You ignore it. That's what adults do, you dumbass.
this has been an ongoing question ever since I started on the internet. You know, when I first started facing this online bullying and harassment way back when, my very first, I guess, person who really was upset with me and started trolling me was actually a former, I guess, fan who, I guess, felt slighted because I guess they either wanted attention
Why does he keep saying, I guess? You clearly know why.
or something. I guess they thought there was some kind of a transaction or interaction I had with them that I treated them poorly. They quit my community and they made an account called...
That's hard to believe,
that
right?
wouldn't be
DSP
enough
cult
for
leader.
him to start.
Okay? Then they actually
would-
legitimately started
it would
making
have to
troll posts
be
and videos saying
some kind of-
DSP
what's
is
called that?
actually
They
not a
actually hold
gamer.
some kind of
He's a
video.
cultist. He's trying to
What's
have a
called
cult of
like,
children
they just sit there and say
on the
like, yeah,
internet
this
that he's
guy's
trying to brainwash
a dickhead
and follow him.
they watch him and they're like, yeah, he's full of shit.
Yeah, that's very
watch you and
easy
they're
to
like-
believe.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
you're a scumbag piece of shit.
yeah, the dude
and
can
you
say
go
whatever
after
he wants, but when they
mentally,
watch your show, they'll see
people
for
that
themselves.
have the mentality of children
So you
to
saying
follow
everybody's
you.
joining in on this?
Yeah, that's
they all see that
really
you're a
easy
dickhead.
to believe, dumbass.
Now, when you say that, that sounds pretty
Now
crazy,
they
doesn't
join
it?
in.
It sounds pretty
No,
wild.
not at all. Not
shit
not
on
about
this
you. No, describing anyone else. Yeah, but you scumbag liar. Nah. It's very believable.
But people, you know, back then, that was the first real, true group of detractors that I ever
Checks
had, although
out.
we didn't call them detractors at the time.
Oh shit.
For the most part,
Well,
guess
take
what we
that back,
did?
you can, though.
Laughed. Everyone in my community laughed at it. We didn't pay any attention or any mind. Every once in a while, we pointed out, there would be a comment on a video, we'd laugh at it.
How do you not pay attention to it, but you laughed at it? Oh my gosh.
And you know,
Oh yeah, touch your pterodactyls, Ness.
an idiot, and we would just move on. But that's because at that point, that was
Dude,
before
the stroke mouth is out of control.
there was this giant internet movement called This Is How You Don't Play, which basically made it cool.
Giant
fire.
internet movement. Did it get tens of 15s of millions of views? Or what?
Cool and hip to make fun of Darkside Phil. So it was
Wow, so he actually thinks that the entire
Damn,
internet
man,
was
missing
taken
my
over
shots. What the fuck's
by
up there?
that?
easy to ignore. It wasn't the norm. It wasn't a big deal, nor
Nigga,
was there a
it's
group
got
of
the same
huge,
shit over and
obsessed
over,
people
bro. What?
who were following it.
I'm gonna go
Okay?
do these once
So-
I get a little bit.
As the years moved on, things changed. As we all know, the This Is How You Don't Play movement did happen, and I reacted poorly. My reaction to that,
That's our
instead of
objective.
laughing at it or with it, was to get angry. How dare these people steal my content? How dare they make these videos about me?
You still think that way, idiot.
This is not fair. They didn't use it's not fair use, and they didn't get my permission, and blah blah blah. Now, obviously, my attitudes have completely changed over the years, but back then, that was my initial reaction, and so the internet reacted appropriately to that, saying, "Oh, so this guy thinks his shit doesn't stink. He thinks that he's above reproach,
You still think that.
and no one can criticize him. Screw this guy. He sucks." And the
Yeah,
entire
you do suck.
internet's attitude toward me changed,
For real.
except for my hardcore fan base.
suck.
So although I retained enough of a viewership to keep going and maintain a business,
Right, so that story actually checks out, yeah.
the whole major feeling toward me by the internet was toxic and negative rather than positive. Instead of people being along for the ride, laughing at the joke of the content that I was putting out, they were instead saying, "Oh, it's no longer good. I won't watch Darkside
no,
Phil
I gotta
anymore.
get
Instead,
out
I'll
of
just go watch
Your
That is not
content
working.
was never good.
I am not ready for that shit.
This Is How You Don't Play highlight,
No, they watched that instead because they probably weren't banned from your chat.
so we can all laugh at him and he gets nothing out of it. He doesn't benefit from it, right? And that lasted a while. Admittedly, all right, it did. I didn't go and buy into it like
Not
I should
ready.
have. I didn't really participate in
ready
it in a
for that.
positive way. All right. Then over the years, I grew up. I matured. I became an interactive streamer.
Oh, look, the
wow.
Colossus.
And really, that's kind of when things changed. When I started actually just hanging out with the audience every day
Oh,
and having a
man.
good time and having conversation, rather than it being me offline, making a video, uploading it, and hoping that you consume it, it was us hanging out together every day, kind of making the content together, if that makes sense. Having that social interaction changed everything. And now we're going on 9 years that I've been an interactive streamer. I absolutely love it way more than what I did offline before. I really did. I think that it's
Oh,
better.
yeah, sure, buddy, sure.
Better content. It's more
yeah,
organic. It's
uh-huh.
actually more meaningful to the internet than you
Right.
just sitting here playing the game,
It's
ignoring.
more
Equal to the
meaningful
internet.
to the internet. So instead of you just recording what you're doing and uploading it, you're live streaming it and recording it. That's what makes it more meaningful. Oh, shut
Anyone
up.
who's in the chat,
What an
just doing
idiot.
off-the-cuff commentary, which used to basically be way extreme, sexual comments and racial comments and just anything risque or offensive to get a rise out of my audience so people would talk about what DSP did today. Instead, it's more natural.
No, you're still that way, you piece of shit.
When you watch my content today, you're getting the real Phil, as opposed to some character who I was trying to portray some over-the-top exaggeration in order to try to get you to laugh.
Get us
You're
a
not
laugh.
funny.
That fool
And
was
so,
tripping.
things changed for the better. And over the last,
Get us a laugh, bro. No one-
10 years,
no one thought that was funny.
I have tried to evolve to become a better person and a better creator, to learn to laugh at
You have not changed a thing.
myself and my mistakes, to try to improve as a person. But what's happened is, this audience, who at one point were hyperfixated on me
So who is he talking to right now? Is he talking to his fans or what?
because I was this full of myself, feeling like I was above reproach content creator, said, well, wait a minute. All these years we've been making fun of Phil. We've been getting views and popularity based off of it. But now he's changing, and that's not good for us, because that means that what are we going to make fun of him, right? What are we going to do? So what ended up happening was they would hyperfixate on more nuanced stuff that really wasn't part of my content. Gee, I wonder what Phil spends his money on behind this scenes, mobile games.
You dumbass! That's because you begged your audience for money to pay your taxes, and you were gonna lose your house. You dumb moron! How do you not see the two? How do you not correlate the two?
Oh my God,
you
he's the
dumbass!
Shit like that. Hey, I know. Let's harass Phil's wife. That's a good idea. Someone who's not.
Why did you bring her on camera? Why did you bring her on camera?
Part of the business or content. Let's find out stuff about her and try to harass her on the internet and say horrible things about her, right? That's what it's become now. Rather than it being actually based on, oh, Phil's a bad actor online and we wish that he would get better and let's make fun of him, it's become, let's just start horrible memes that maybe aren't even based anywhere factually in reality.
Maybe aren't based in reality. Give an example. What's not based in reality?
But just pass them on and regurgitate them over and over until it becomes so normalized to bully Phil that it's a joke. The bullying.
No, you want to know why I picked you to mainly react to, you and Wings? Because you're losers. You're not going anywhere. There's nothing in the real world that you could do that's going to compensate you the way you do doing what you're doing now. And you're too lazy to go actually get a real job and actually leave your little tiny cocoon and go into the actual world and interact with human beings.
No.
You're always going to be uploading videos. Always.
Yes.
You are a walking meme, you idiot. And your awareness is so low that you can't even look in the mirror and be like, you know what, I should just probably lean into this.
I mean, well, you're gonna be always going to Christmas and feeling up tense and tight and worried and stressed and money struggling and whatever, bro. I'm good. I call my mom, hey, I love you. Yeah, I love you too, son. I'm like, you good? On my phone. Don't worry about my kids. You gotta buy them, bomb.
What?
No, that would take some level of intelligence.
Now is the joke. It's not even that Phil did something bad and we must call him to task for it, but instead, let's just make fun of him and all laugh at the joke together so we feel better about ourselves. And of course, the people, again, who've been making the video are now making tons of money off of this ridiculous bullying content that's not.
Once again, that's what it always comes down to. It's other people are making way more money on their views than him. It's significant. Just look at any of these channels, Mind, Duties, Casinos, DSP Memology, Almighty Tevin. That being said, go look at Raw. I mean, God, Raw Phil.
You don't like.
Go look at their views.
Who knows?
That's what he's talking about. He thinks that those all should be his.
None of that happened.
Not based in reality.
Oh shit!
Oh my God, he's drinking wheelchair donation.
Now it's gotten to such a point that even if I bring up anything about any of this at any point,
I forgot to call the zombies.
people call it a crash out.
It is a crash out, you idiot.
I want you to think about that.
Yeah, that's the definition of a crash out. You moron.
Crashing out. That whole phrase, it insinuates like a car wreck, a train wreck, that something is so horrible.
No, it does not.
Going wrong that you can't keep your eyes away. Ooh, someone is freaking out. Let's watch it today, right? They'll actually say that this segment of my podcast is a crash out because I'm simply addressing it. Even though that
you shouldn't be addressing it, idiot.
That's not what the term means. That's what it's become. If anyone addresses anything on the internet, that's considered, I don't know,
not really worth talking about because it doesn't bother you. Oh, right, because it does bother you. So people are going to keep doing it because you're admitting it bothers you because you talk about it.
Controversial or anything that's criticism, that's a crash out. Well, it's not, but that's what these people say. All right? So just the fact that I bring
That's not what you're doing, idiot.
Of anything, supposedly I'm crashing out, right?
You are. You are letting the trolls control your stream right now just by doing this. And I thought you said the detractors don't have any control over you. They have no power over you, yet you're going to spend 40 minutes talking about it?
If you say so. You know, logical people think, hey, I'm a streamer. I have the right to talk about any topic I want. If today I want to talk about this, I will.
Well, no shit, but when you're crashing out, don't say, well, guys, I'm not crashing out.
So if tomorrow I want to ignore it, I will. That's my prerogative as a creator. And you have no control over it. You can call it a crash out if you want, but
that's what it is.
if I address something logically, what's wrong with that?
What do
Yeah,
you
this
mean
is the best
logically? And
for
what are
his
you
show that he
addressing?
does this.
What are you addressing?
Yeah.
Logically,
That's
what are you
pretty
addressing? You're addressing the trolls?
We don't have no
Why
show.
are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Now, if I address something with a lot
I
of
hear you
passion
do
and a
that.
lot of
Vlogs.
emotion, because
And anger, and bitterness, and salt, yeah.
maybe something is going on in the moment. Like if I'm crashing out over Street Fighter 6 because I'm playing online and the game dropped my inputs for the 17th time in a row.
Oh, he's dropping his input, so he's got the best monitor you can get, and he's still talking about that shit.
Or that day. You know, is there anything wrong with that? People used to call that a natural reaction and loved it. A
For real,
rage
this
moment.
got all
No.
They
the
loved
stuff
that in
the-
content.
the-
When was that ever
button board.
called that? Oh,
the
he's
TV.
rewriting history. So are you telling me right now
Now he's
that
like,
you couldn't go back
he's
10 or
still-
15 years and find a YouTube video
he done
of
pinned it down
gamers
though.
and they
Now
have
it's
it
up to
labeled
the,
crashing out?
If that's what it
Are you
is.
kidding me?
If it's the fucking
Crash out could be clipped
Or
turned
raging?
into some kind of sensationalist
if it's the
content, and then you
lagging
say,
and
oh, it's a
the
horrible thing. They
fucking,
did bully the
what's called, all
person.
that shit you
No, that's
thought
called
was
being
nothing.
human, actually. If you're not aware, humans get emotional over things. They get worked up. Their adrenaline gets pumped up. Their blood pressure goes up, and they have reactions. That's part of the natural course of
Oh, you
life.
on
It
that
happens
go.
offline. It happens online. It happens everywhere.
So 20
But these
special
people have
videos. How
turned
you
this
feel
now
about
into like a
special
click farm where
videos?
anyone who reacts to anything, it's a crash out and get attention on it for yourself.
No, that's not it at all, you dumbass. Oh
Right?
my gosh, wow.
So you could say, well, you should just ignore it all. Don't ever address trolls. Ignore them completely. Act like they don't exist. I have tried to do that. If you haven't noticed,
No. If you haven't noticed.
there's pop-ups on the screen of people
We
who are
noticed.
gifting
We
me
done it.
stupid subs, and I can't stop that unless I turn off all pop-ups. So I just choose to not address it and ignore
so
it.
turn him off.
But then, oh, look, they got attention on Phil's stream. So you see, he's a lol cow because we got the attention we wanted when the pop-up happened. But I ignored it. Doesn't matter. See? So if you address the trolls, the crash out, they got your attention, they win. If you ignore the trolls, they still got the attention they wanted, they win.
What are you talking? Wait, what?
If you ignore the trolls, they still got the attention they wanted, they win.
No. How do you figure?
Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, because it's not true.
They set up situations where they feel like no matter how the person reacts,
Why do you care? Wait, but that doesn't matter. If people put out garbage reaction videos, no one's gonna watch them. What are you talking about, dude?
they still got the response that they wanted, and therefore, they win, and they get the clip, and they get the content. So do you see the point that I'm trying to make here?
Hey, moron! Everybody wins every time you go live except you dumbass!
Is that when you're in a situation like I am, and many others are, it's not just me. There are many other people on the
Not
internet
just
who have these
Reed.
weird, obsessed communities around them that stalk their every move, that spin every action they do into something negative, toxic, a crash out per se. Well, no matter what we do, we're wrong. There's no way that we could possibly do something right in the
No, don't react to the trolls, idiot!
eyes of these people, because the only way they get their jollies off is to say that we did something wrong. So, how do you address it then, right? Do you ignore it? Do you completely take it head on? What do you do? I'll give you an example.
You ignore it, idiot!
Yesterday, as my late stream was ending, okay, I had raised around $100 in support for playing 2 indie games last night. Personally, I find that's fine. That's good. For indie games, a 2-hour stream, that's great support. I have no problem with that at all, right? But I made a comment and said, you know, last time that we did indie games, actually, we had done much better. And I think the thing is that we had already played these games once before. This was the second session, okay? And that's probably why we saw a little bit of a decrease of support. Next week, we're going to do another stream of these games to finish them up. Regardless of the fact that the support had dwindled a little bit, I still want to play them and finish them because I like these games, okay? So a troll in chat says, hey.
Whoa, wait, I thought you ignore them. Wait. Look at his stupid face. Wait a minute. I thought you ignored the trolls and they had no power or control over your stream. Why are you reacting to them? Why are you answering why are you even acknowledging their comments?
You see, Phil's all about the money. All he cares
You are about the money. That's what you're all about. Of course you are.
about is the money. That's why he streams the money, the money, the money. To which I looked at the chat.
Yeah, okay.
And I actually responded and I said, how could that be true? I literally just said on stream, I'm going to play these games next week anyway, regardless of the fact, excuse me, that they
Oh yeah, he's upset. Oh, he's rattled.
support had gone down this stream from the last one. I'm actually playing them because I like them.
Dude, he's stroke mouthing so much right now. Oh, he's rattled.
Not because of the level of support. Okay? So now I've countered the trolls'
So who is he talking to again? Who is he talking to?
argument with a fact, with logic. They don't have a further argument. They can't even counter it because there's nothing else to say.
Oh, really? Play Arc Raiders. Play Arc Raiders. Why don't you play Mario Kart? Oh, right, because those games didn't do so well with your donations, right? You didn't hit your goal, right?
I've proven them wrong.
No,
So-
you haven't, you idiot.
What do they do? Ha! I got you to respond. You see, you're crashing out now. So if you ignore
Uh-huh.
the
But
troll
you didn't ignore that, idiot.
criticism, which isn't really criticism, it's an attempt to goad you to get you to
Okay, so then why did you respond to it?
respond. If you ignore it, they're right, correct? Because if there's no response, if there's no defense, that must mean that it's true, right?
Is that what ignoring a question means?
You know, all these years that people say horrible things about me and my family members and people around me, if I didn't
Huh. Phil, you live in an alternate reality. No one thinks this way. Nobody sees it the way you do. You're a hermit, Phil. You are so detached from reality, that's the entertainment.
address it, it must be true, or else Phil would have already addressed it and debunked it, right? So that's the attitude they have. Ignoring the nonsense basically keeps it off of my streams, sure, except for when they spam my chats and stuff.
Bro, you are Honey Boo Boo, all right? You're reality TV, okay? Like, dude, it's not that serious. And you don't do, like, you play video games all day long. And you're going to sit here and act like that's meaningful content. Oh, shut up.
Stuff like that. But then they just say it's true, because Phil couldn't disprove it, right? So then if I counter it and I disprove it,
You didn't disprove it, idiot. There's tons of games you quit playing because you didn't hit your imaginary goal, dumbass.
guess what? Oh, you see, even though you disproved what we said,
Hey, why don't you play Truck Simulator?
you took the bait, you gave us the clip crash out moment, and now we get more content out of it. So either way you react
So how about you stop reacting to it so they stop getting content, dummy?
is wrong, and they get what they want. You see? So the attitude that I have today is very simple. If I see something stupid on a stream, like when I see this guy gifting a sub and it says Phil's lesbian haircut reel is their name, right? Now I can't stop that contribution. I don't want to turn off all pop-ups on my stream. I want to have credit for those who are actually going to support me legitimately, okay? So when
So then why don't you have pop-ups for your tips?
I see that pop up, I decide to react and I say, well, yeah, Phil's lesbian haircut because lesbians, all right, try to have a haircut that emulates that of like a manly man. That's the point.
Oh, really? Really? The guy who doesn't make sexist comments and racist comments anymore, just so you're saying all lesbians cut their hair like yours. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Oh my gosh. What? Dude, what a sexist moron piece of shit, dude. Hey, idiot. Hey, newsflash. Not every lesbian cuts their hair like that, you moron. Oh my god.
Point. When you say lesbian haircut, you're thinking a manly haircut. So you're saying that
No. Oh my god. Dude, when I go get my haircut, when I go get my haircut, I don't go, hey, give me the lesbian, and they just know immediately how to cut my hair.
I went and I got a manly haircut. Okay.
No, you idiot. Oh yeah. Oh, look, that hurt him. That hurt him.
Makes sense. Thanks. And
No, it doesn't. Look how upset you are. No, it's a total insult.
for the contribution, stupid.
Oh!
Done, right? But now I've crashed out. Even though I've addressed
Yeah, you did. Yes, and you did it, and you did again.
it, I've embarrassed them publicly for being so stupid that they thought that was an insult, and it's not. But now, I've crashed out over it, right? Because I addressed it. So here's the
No, because you reacted to it, idiot.
thing. I can address whatever I want, say whatever I want, in any way, shape, or form, and I'll enjoy it, and my actual positive audience will enjoy it, and the trolls can do whatever they want with it. It doesn't matter because trolls are insignificant. Trolls
Right, yeah, okay, they're insignificant. Okay, that's why you're talking about them right now, right?
have absolutely no impact at all on anything. They're an annoyance sometimes. If the idiot comes into my chat with his millionth troll account for today and starts spamming, and all the normal chatters like, oh god, this idiot again, this mental midget, is in the chat.
Ooh! This mental what?
Spamming, and all the normal chatters like, oh god, this idiot again, this mental midget, is in the chat doing this. I mean, what kind of a guy...
Another one, wow.
Like, what kind of a life could he have if he's literally making 50 to 100 stock accounts every day just to spam a small-time streamer's chat, right? Like, it doesn't even make sense that he'd be behaving like that. It's insane. But, he's doing it's wild. It's weird. So we all just like, and then we have to, moderate him or whatever.
Who's we? And what does moderate him mean? What does that mean? God, look at...
For the most part, I'll ignore it. I'm not going to bring it up because it doesn't affect me. Really, it's
You're bringing it up right now. We're 20 minutes in.
Their own weird, bizarro world where they think that their existence actually matters to someone, that they actually have an impact on anyone's life. They don't. They're all
neither do you.
Just miserable wretches who have actually found a way to locate themselves on the internet, to latch onto each other, and to basically make a parasocial community.
You're coping and seething right now.
Off of me, based on clowning on me, despite the fact that they don't affect me.
Oh, right. They don't affect me, but I'm going to talk about it for 42 minutes.
Okay? I'm the one who streams myself on the internet every day, has a great chill time with my audience, plays fun games, hangs out, has great conversation, right? Good interactive times. I get great support from my audience as a result. They reciprocate and say, thank you for the content. Please continue to make it. Have a good life. Here's support.
Have a good life? Oh, wow. Oh, look, dude, look. Oh, imagine being 45 years old and having to rely on people with disability to pay your bills and keep you and keep your job relevant. Holy shit.
It all works. And I'm doing better right now than I have been doing in many, many years. It's excellent what's going on right now. The fact that I have ultimate flexibility over my life and I can play any game I want at any moment and we can do these
No, you can't. Wait a minute. No, you can't. You can't play any game that you want right now.
Out nights and we can play new games on the fly, or we can choose to stick with a game that's great even if it's not doing so well. It's fine. It's all good.
You're such a liar. That's not what you do.
Good. I have more control right now than I've had in a very long time, and I'm very grateful for that. These trolls ignore it because that's not their reality. Their reality is that every moment they have to believe that I'm some kind of a miserable wretch, that my life...
You are. You just projected so hard. You
is
are
miserable. My wife has left me.
Yeah, why? How do you only fill up your car one time a month? How do you do that? How do you fill up your car with gas once a month? How do you do that? How do you do that?
Even though she's here every day, but and we have a great life together.
She's here every day.
She left me, but then they also talk about her every day in a toxic way. But how would that, if she left me, how would that affect me? See, they're
it's affecting you right now because you're more negative, you're more toxic, and you don't even realize it.
Even trolling logic contradicts itself. It doesn't even...
No, it doesn't.
Make sense, the things they say.
And why do you care how they think and why? Why does that bother you?
Because they don't make sense. They're not meant to. They're just meant to be toxic things to say as talking points so that their very primitive walnut-sized brains can recognize, oh, I recognize that toxic meme about DSP. Let me participate in it now and feel like I'm part of something social because I actually don't have any friends or family or anyone who care about me.
I mean, you just described yourself. How many friends in real life do you have? Do you do anything with your extended family for on the holidays? Are you gonna even get your roommate anything for Valentine's Day or what?
Because I've turned myself into an antisocial loser who just hyperfixates on Phil on the internet and becomes part of a social group of cultists who dump on him every day. He is...
What was that? Hold on. Dude, okay. Did he just... Okay. Okay, he just commented on his burner right here. Can you guys see that? Oh, no, you can't. Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm glad I caught this. I don't want to cover up. Okay, yeah, right here's good. Watch this, dude. Bro, you gotta, like, not be commenting on this and recording at the same time, bruh.
Or family or anyone who care about me, because I've turned myself into an antisocial loser who just hyperfixates on Phil on the internet.
Oh my god, is that him down here? I be ballin', she's with duty now.
Internet and becomes part of a social group of cultists who dump on him every day. Do you see? Like, it's not actual intelligence, it's not observation of fact, it's not, hey, let's actually have Phil improve with something that he's done wrong.
Why? You don't want to change anything, idiot. You still, dude, you still snorting in the microphone, idiot.
It's, let's just focus on some kind of a weird, bizarre, hyper-fixated, almost autistic level of obsession over something Phil said or did once, like the banana song in Donkey Kong, which to this day makes no sense to anyone ever care.
Hey, idiot, let me tell you, I know you watch my videos. It's because when you're squeezing the banana, it looks like you're squeezing a dick, dumbass. Oh my gosh, are you that stupid? Squeeze banana.
Cared about it,
oh,
but turn it into a toxic
shit.
meme that we all laugh at like 5-year-olds frothing at the mouth.
Yes, because it looks like you're...
Like, what?
Ooh! He's the kid walking around school with the kick me sign on his back, and he doesn't understand why people are laughing at him.
You're mentally challenged. Do you get it? You're really messed up. But they don't. These people have insulated themselves from any level of actual observation or criticism. No one knows who they are because they hide on the internet. They don't have friends or relatives who even know what they're doing in their off hours because this is how they spend their time. You know, there's some people like, I have a hobby, or I go and work out, or I do this. They sit on the internet making fun of Darkside Phil. This is their hobby. I mean, you're mentally cracked. You say, I'm crashing out.
Why? Why?
Every day when you sit down and you just...
Why is... If this is a hobby that you do, you know, here and there or whatever, why is that, like, what's the problem with that?
On someone on the internet for no reason and it makes you feel good about yourself, that's way more of any kind of a crash out than someone on the internet could have because they were emotional about on the internet you don't even know, and to feel good about yourself about it because you did, that is so much more worse than anything that anyone you've ever called a lol cow has ever done on the internet. But you wouldn't understand that because you don't look in the mirror. You just look at the people you like to make fun of to feel...
Oh, dude, do you look in the mirror, bruh? When's the last time you did some self-evaluating, huh?
better about that horrible reflection that you have in your own mirror.
Oh my god, he's drinking Tyrone's piss.
So, how do you respond? The truth is, there is no ultimate right or wrong way to do so. Because...
Dude, this is legit like the 100th time you've talked about this. If you're going to ignore it, ignore it. You really should speak to someone, man. This is unhealthy. You loop so much.
If you ignore everything, ultimately some things are going to affect you. But if you have a flat-out I ignore everything policy, eventually some of your fans are going to start to distrust you. Maybe they'll start to believe...
No, they're not. What do you... How do you... What makes you come up with that conclusion that if you just continually ignore what everybody says, that people are going to start... you know, turning on you.
Leave the bullshit, because they're going to say, well, if he doesn't address anything, that means that it's all true. Now, obviously, that's not the case, but sadly, some people just have that mentality that if someone is refusing to even give any attention to something horrible someone's saying about...
Okay, so? Then let them believe the other people, so what?
Them, it must be true, and they just don't want to talk about it, because that would mean admitting that they've done something wrong. That's not the case, but that is sadly kind of human mentality, right? That's how people think. Now, if you absolutely address everything, okay, that's awful, because you're basically going to spend all of your time addressing toxicity and hate, and you'll never
toxicity
have time to be positive about anything. Like, if I addressed every troll right now who's sitting in the kick chat, how on earth would I ever have time to make positive content? The answer is I wouldn't. Right? I wouldn't ever make positive content. I'd be losing my hair. I'd be ripping... Well, I am losing my hair. But I'd be ripping my hair out of my head, and I'd be freaking out, right? And I'd be just going nuts and constantly crashing out every single...
I mean, bro, you have been crashing out a lot since the whole welcome home. Ever since that, you have been talking about the detractors a lot. And what's so funny is you're not getting any sort of benefit or kick up. Your views aren't going up, and you're still talking about them. At least if you were going to talk about them, at least try and benefit yourself and not just waste 40 minutes of your time. No?
Okay. Now, there's sometimes that maybe I can address it, where, like, if I see the pop-up from an idiot gifting me a sub, and it's a toxic name, I can laugh at it and expose how dumb they are. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yes, you're going to bring my wife's name up in a troll sub. Yeah, because you don't have anything to actually say of intelligence. So you give a schoolyard insult because you have no fucking brain. Like, you just pick on someone who literally has never done anything to you because you feel like it makes you feel better about yourself.
How do you know that? How do you not know that this person is doing this to you has given you money because you begged about you needed money for your taxes, and then they found out you spent it on WWE champions? wouldn't someone feel betrayed and lied to and taken advantage of if you didn't use that money for what you said you were needing it for? Or what?
It says more about you than it ever says about me or my wife or my family. You see, it really does. It says that you are a very, very sad person.
Oh,
that your life is horrible. You're probably poor. You're just sitting there miserable.
You're probably poor. Okay, how many cars do you have? Hey, do you live in a home or a condo, bro? Like, dude. Oh yeah, you know what? I live in a studio apartment by myself, lonely. So yeah, what do I? What do I know? Dude, you have no room to criticize anyone about that shit.
And the only way that you can ever have a modicum, a tiny piece of happiness, is to try to bring others down.
I mean, that's you.
Your existence is worthless.
That's you.
And the thing is, you could change that. You have to understand, you could change that. If you
cannot
actually motivated yourself to do something constructive and positive with your life, go work out, right? Go get a job. Get a hobby that's constructive.
Wow, is he talking to him? Dude, look at... Oh, my God.
They're just a power washing.
He looks dead inside.
Get some friends. Go donate your time.
Do you have any friends or what?
To helping people, right? You could you do charity work, go to a soup kitchen.
When have you ever done anything like that for anybody?
Do Habitat for Humanity, for goodness sake. If you have nothing to do with your time but just sit around and hurt people on the internet, you certainly have time that you can donate to help people, right? But the thing is, you have to motivate
What have you done to help anybody but yourself, you piece of shit?
yourself to be better. Instead of focusing on, I just want to dump on someone and be toxic, which is the easy way to exist, you actually have to realize you're wasting your life and try to turn it around to do something better with it. Now, not everyone can do that because a lot of people are very mentally weak. I mean, hell, people who join online cults who hate people are mentally weak. That's why you joined the cult to begin with. You have to break that level of control and go off and do something for yourself.
This bro.
Just do it.
Okay, so
he's basically like saying you make your own cult and be the leader.
So you'll feel so much better after 3 hours of building a house for someone who doesn't have one than 3
How would you know? You've never done that for somebody.
hours of sitting on the internet dumping on a streamer. Because you'll actually say, I did that. I helped out a family in need.
Dude, you've never done anything that nice.
Rather than I crapped on someone who I don't even affect. You know? But that's it. These people are nuts. They need help. We have an entire group of people. Now, it's not a whole generation, but certainly it's this most recent generation who've grown up always online. And they,
you mean like you?
They don't have anyone who's supervising them. They don't have anyone who's watching them.
What do you mean anyone who's supervising them? They're adults. What the hell are you talking about?
Who's guiding them through life to say, whoa.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Oh, what are you doing with your free time? That's not right.
Wait, so are you saying that someone who decides to stay in the house, not spend any money, making fun of someone on the internet and then making a video about it, that's somehow horrendous? Oh my gosh. You can tell it's getting to him. It's absolutely getting to him, bro. Oh, this is, I mean, I don't know about, maybe I'm wrong here, but this seems like a whole nother level here. Like, I think it's starting to get to him.
This is how humans have existed before and been healthy and happy. This is what you should seek with your time. Not this new toxic online culture of crap. This is actually the worst possible thing that you could do with your time. But no one's looking at it, and what's happening is we're seeing a
No one's looking at it. What does that mean?
whole generation of people grow up broken. They're not socially trained. They don't know how to
Bro, you don't leave your house. You live in a cocoon.
interact with people.
You don't even live in a bubble. You are in a cocoon, bro.
Even understand social cues and things.
Oh, look in the mirror.
Instead, they just are weirdos who sit around doing bizarre fucking things. It's just...
Bro, the Dented Zone was a documentary.
Really cracked human behavior that should be being analyzed by people who have the power to help and speak up and fix it.
What do you mean, to help do what? What are you fix what? What are you talking about?
But it's not. It's actually going completely unrecognized and completely unobserved. And then when we have horrible things...
This dude has main character syndrome on a level I did not think could exist.
Happening, right? This person went nuts and went on a violence spree somewhere. And we say, how could this have possibly happened? Well, did you ever, for one moment of your fucking time, look at that person and their lifestyle and see what they were doing? Because I guarantee you, those people who do that...
I'm almost positive every time that has happened, that is one of the first things people start doing is looking at their social media. No? Am I wrong? Dude, look in the mirror. You are so disconnected from reality, bro. Holy shit. You are disconnected. You are so disconnected from reality. Holy shit, dude.
That stuff.
Wow.
Probably sit online all day doing toxic shit on the internet. They don't have friends. They don't have family who care about them. They just sit there with absolutely no purpose to their lives. And then one day they snap. And that's who becomes your next crazy mass violent.
Really? Is there any correlation with that? Is there any correlation?
Committer, because
oh my gosh. Oh man.
No one analyzed or cared about the situation. It shouldn't exist. It's busted and broken, okay? For me, there's not much I can really do about it. And I've accepted that fact. I've come to the point where it's like,
no you haven't. Look at how you're acting.
If this person, every time they gift a sub, I just have to shake my head and be like, cracked individual, can't stop it. No reason to really address
You can stop it. You can take it off your stream. Yeah, you can.
it. But if I want to say, hey, look, even your joke is stupid. A lesbian haircut is a manly haircut, so I have a good haircut. Thanks. I can do that if I want. It's my...
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that if you want to. And so can all the other people that are going to clip that and make it into a video because you sound like an idiot.
prerogative. I don't have to ignore everything. I can make a joke if I have to, sadly.
Oh, yeah. Listen. We want you to keep reacting to the trolls. That is what gives us the content. Look at what you're doing right now.
Do some moderation on a stream or something because the moderators aren't around. I can do that. I can joke about it. I can take it seriously. I can ignore it. It's all within my power. The truth is, no matter how I react, it's a crash out to them, so it doesn't really matter. But for my audience, I want you to understand the reason that I felt like I wanted to talk about this today very rationally and calmly is because...
Very rationally and calmly.
Because I've been seeing it pop up more and more. This guy who literally sits here with 50 sock accounts a day, the guy's not well. And we all know that. Like, the thing is, at one point, it's like, okay, it's kind of funny, the guy's coming back. But once he does it the millionth day in a row, and once everyone in chat's like, dude, what is going on with this guy? Yeah, we all...
No one says that in his chat. No one. Are you confusing your Discord chat with your live chat? Or what?
I'll recognize the guy's nuts. And it's just, it's just crazy that these people have actually normalized this level of behavior to think that this is fine, this is normal, this is fun stuff for the internet. It's not. It's busted and broken, but we get it because we're of sound mind.
Who's we? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Jade? Are you talking about you and Jade?
These people are not. That's why they behave like this, and that's why they think it's okay to. They've actually familiarized themselves with another group of people who are cracked just like them, and they have these weird social groups and cult-like discussions on Discord about this shit. It's bizarre shit. I never wanted to get into it, but people send me the information and say, look what happened to them. Oh.
Who? So then why don't you tell people, hey, stop sending me that. I don't want to see that anymore. Can you please stop sending it to me?
Yeah, oh my God. These people actually are...
Oh, no, you want to see that, right?
Just, they're not well. And no one talks to them about it. No one tries to help them. They're just left to their own devices. That's why we're having the situation we have with humanity right now.
Yeah, right. Didn't even notice him. He's doing too much. That's what the show's about.
Oh, shit!
It just gets you to get, what is it called? The laughter
This
bug?
dude compared what is going on right now to humanity.
Well, let me...
To people trolling him! Oh my gosh, dude. That is...
That's his niche.
Oh. Man. He is so detached from reality. Holy shit.
Quite frankly, we've advanced technology so much, we can have all these relationships over the internet, but humanity's not really ready for it, right? We're not. We've got...
It's been happening for about 20 years. What are you talking about, dude?
Communities of people who are broken, and now they've formed toxic groups of hating love, if that makes sense. They love to hate. That's not human thought process. That's...
Really? So then why are there bad guys in movies? And why do some people like the bad guys in the movies? Are they not allowed to? Does that make that person immoral, inhumane because they root for the bad guy in the movie? Oh my gosh, dude. What the hell is wrong? This dude is
about now, man.
that right?
Just
you are so disconnected from reality. Holy shit, dude.
that stuff.
Wow.
Probably sit online all day, doing toxic shit on the internet. They don't have friends. They don't have family who care about them. They just sit there with absolutely no purpose to their lives, and then one day they snap. And that's who becomes your next crazy mass violent.
Really? Is there any correlation with that? Is there any correlation?
Committer, because
oh my gosh. Oh man.
no one analyzed or cared about the situation. It shouldn't exist. It's busted and broken, okay? For me, there's not much I can really do about it. And I've accepted that fact. I've come to the point where it's like,
no you haven't. Look at how you're acting.
if this person, every time they give the sub, I just have to shake my head and be like, cracked individual, can't stop it, no reason to really address
You can stop it. You can take it off your stream. Yeah, you can.
it. But if I want to say, hey, look, even your joke is stupid. A lesbian haircut is a manly haircut, so I have a good haircut. Thanks. I can do that if I want. It's my...
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that if you want to. And so can all the other people that are going to clip that and make it into a video because you sound like an idiot.
prerogative. I don't have to ignore everything. I can make a joke. If I have to, sadly...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep...
Yeah, right.
Listen,
He spent the whole
we
time
want
talking
you to
about
keep
these
reacting
detectives,
to the trolls. That is what gives us the content.
And it's like,
Look
yeah,
at what
like,
you're doing right now.
should
do
do
some
that just to
moderation on a
have a
stream or
show,
something
you know
because the
what I'm saying?
moderators
Like-
aren't around. I can do
Like,
that.
I do this
I can
because
joke
I'm
about it. I
making
can
the
take it
show
seriously.
out.
I can
Let's
ignore it.
look
It's all within my
let's look
power.
at these
The
fools
truth
that
is,
be
no matter how I
making
react,
channels
it's a
about
crash
me.
out to them, so it doesn't
What
really
a
matter.
dumbass.
But
Explain
for my
this,
audience, I want you to
explain.
understand the
don't do
reason that I
that.
felt
He's
like I
not
wanted to
even
talk
doing
about
that.
this
He's
today very
like-
rationally and
I'm like,
calmly.
I would like
is
to
because
have that,
Very
and I can just sit there and watch my
rationally,
detractors
calmly.
shit.
I've
I'm
been
like,
seeing
look,
it pop
look,
up more and
dude's full
more.
of
This
shit.
guy who
Boom,
literally
boom,
sits here
contradictory
with 50
here.
sock accounts a day.
I did
The guy's
say
not well.
this,
And
and
we
I
all know
didn't
that.
mean
Like, the
that.
thing
You
is,
see what I'm
at one
saying?
point, it's like, okay, it's kind of
And
funny.
then-
The
and
guy's
then
coming
get
back.
views
But
off
once he
it, you
does
know
it the
what I'm
millionth
saying?
day in a row, and once everyone in chat's like, dude, what is going on with this guy? Yeah, we all...
No one
He's-
says
he's
that in
unintentionally-
his
he's
chat.
unintentionally
No
giving
one.
himself an actual show.
Are you? I
by
mean, are
talking
you
about the
confusing your
detractors.
Discord chat with
And he
your
don't
live
even know
chat?
if he would actually put
Or
some more
what?
recognize the guy's nuts.
oomph
And it's just,
into it
you know, it's
about,
just
like,
crazy
'cause he
that
sits
these
here
people
and
have
he's lying
actually
about not
normalized
talking
this
about
level of
his
behavior.
detractors.
To think
But he
that this
spends
is
the whole
fine,
show
this is
talking about
normal,
his
this is fun
detractors.
stuff for the internet.
So it's like,
It's
bro, you
not.
should just make the
It's
show
busted
about,
and broken, but
let's
we
check
get it
out
because
what my
we're
detractors are
of
talking
sound
about me
mind.
now. Let's see
Who's
what I can
we?
disprove from
Who
these
are you
assholes.
talking about?
You see what
Are
I'm
you
saying?
talking about
But he's like,
Jade?
He's so much worried about how
Are you
he
talking about
looks.
you and
So that's the
Jade?
main subject
These
about
people are not. That's
being
why
a
they behave
victim
like
of
this,
it.
and that's why they think it's okay to. They've actually familiarized themselves with another group of people who are cracked just like them, and they have these weird social groups and cult-like discussions on Discord about this shit. It's bizarre shit. I never wanted to get into it, but people send me the information and say, look what happened to them. Oh,
Who? So then why don't you tell people, hey, stop sending me that. I don't want to see
Yeah,
that
for real.
anymore. Can you please stop sending it to me?
Yep.
my God. These people actually are
Oh no, you want to see that, right?
just, they're not well. And no one talks to them about it. No one tries to help them. They're just left to their own devices. That's why we're having the situation we have with humanity right now.
What the fuck? I didn't know. Yeah. That motherfucker here, man.
Oh shit!
Man found dead.
This dude
Fucking
compared
uploading
what
and
is
recording
going
of
on right
fucking
now to
Bills
humanity,
and wings. I think the
to
combination made
people
him have a heart attack.
trolling him. Oh
He's
my
version of Wings
gosh,
and-
dude, that is.
Wings and Wings and Phil finally do an episode together, and he just can't help it with the content. And just
He
fucking
is so
typing.
detached from reality. Holy shit.
Quite frankly, we've advanced technology so much, we can have all these relationships over the internet, but humanity's not really ready for it, right? We're not. We've got
It's been happening for about 20 years. What are you talking about, dude?
communities of people who are broken, and now they've formed toxic groups of hating love, if that makes sense. They love to hate. That's not human thought process. That's
Really? So then why
that's
are
what it
there
ta- that's-
why
that
are there
sounds like
bad
human thought
guys
process.
in movies? And why do some people like the bad guys in the movies? Are they not allowed to? Does that make that
I'm not saying
person
they're not allowed to, it's
immoral,
just funny that they
inhumane
like
because they
bad
root
guys
for
in
the
the
bad
movies.
guy in the movie? Oh my gosh, dude. What the hell is wrong? This dude has lost his mind. The casino, the Asmongold drop. He's lost
Oh
his
man, that's
shit,
what I wanted
dude.
to
All
watch. I
that
want to
booze.
I want to watch that.
Wet brain is real,
Aspen,
folks.
I can't. Aspen Gold Beach. I think there's another. This is almost done.
If you are young, listen to me, all right? If you're in your mid-20s and you're watching this shit, having a drink here and there is fine. But when you drink every day, this is the result of that, all right?
Actual, illness.
Oh my God, he's drinking gin.
So, moving forward, I'm not going to address it all the time, but I might every once in a while and laugh at it. But understand, I just want to make this abundantly clear.
But you didn't laugh at it the first time.
It doesn't affect me.
Yeah, it does.
Dude, how many times has he said that?
People say, how can you everyday stream when you have all these people who dump on you and say these things about you? Because it doesn't
Who says that to you? I don't see anyone that says that to you. Where is that said?
affect me at all. It doesn't. So, there are people who are committing crimes against me every day, stealing my content,
They're committing
Stealing my
crimes.
content.
Oh my God.
and illegally live restreaming it. That sadly does affect me business-wise. But as a person or as a creator, as someone who has fun with the content he puts out, who cares what these idiots say?
Like,
They're not you, they're not me. We're having a good time together, right?
Like, oh, wait, this dude
Why
is
would
a
anyone give a
dickhead.
crap about this stuff? Oh no, you gave me more money. Oh shucks. What a horrible thing.
Oh, dude, look at how upset he is. Look at the pain in his
He upset that
face.
them motherfuckers make money.
Right,
off that
like-
shit.
So
Making
it is what
fun
it
of
is. From time to time you may notice, sadly, I do have to address it. I do have to go and moderate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing I can do. That's just the reality of being a full-time
No, I
creator,
don't.
is that sometimes I do have to address it. But understand, when everything
No, you don't, idiot.
for them,
Yeah,
they've
no,
tried
I
to
don't-
organize
I
into a
don't
win.
understand why.
It's not a win. Every crash out that they address means that they lose, because it means they have no life, and they actually think that it's important to say that Phil freaked out about something today, when in reality it's not important at all. I'm just some dude on the internet streaming games who
Oh
gives a
yeah, look at your
Okay,
hair.
don't-
You be all.
don't-
Oh yeah, look at your hair. Be all
Don't worry about it,
dainty and precise, and you gotta be all dainty with your hair and just. Oh, it's a little out of place. Holy shit.
shit if Phil crashed out. If the biggest thing in your life today was saying Phil crashed out and I observed it,
No, dude. When people make videos about you, it's not the biggest thing in their life. Like, oh man.
you have no life.
Oh, look at that! You have no life. As he looks at himself and realizes he doesn't leave his house.
If the biggest thing in your life today was saying Phil crashed out and I observed it, you have no life. The biggest thing in your life today was saying Phil crashed out and I observed it, you have no life.
Great! Hey, good one. He had nothing to say after that. Look. Yeah. Oop.
Done. Let's see some shout outs.
Not a single contribution came in. Not a single tip. Or just the troll donations. Not a single super chat. Not a single tip came in.
Someone did a $1.98 tip. I have no idea why they go out of their way to do it.
Oh, sure.
Like $1 and change. But they said, I think your haircut looks good considering you have hair recession.
Right.
Many men your age are slick bald. You
Right.
have a full head of thick hair, a blessing at your age. My friend was bald by 29. See, now, people will say, well, you see, that's not a fully positive comment. So if Phil addresses that, he's taken the bait. And now people will
No. That was a fake tip.
clip farm it. Like, what's wrong with me addressing getting older? Have I not said that?
You dye your hair, idiot, because you dye your hair. And whoever cuts your hair, whether it be your roommate or yourself, it looks like shit.
My goal is to age gracefully, that I'm not going to be doing things like dyeing my hair, hair club for men.
You're clearly dyeing your hair.
Dude, you're dyeing your
And-
hair.
Oh, hair club for
He
men.
didn't say he dyed his
That's
hair.
not the only thing that dyes
Bro,
your
we
hair.
know you dye your hair, bro.
The troll donations, not a single super chat, not a single tip came in.
Someone did a $1.98 tip. I have no idea why they go out of their way to do it.
Oh, sure.
Like $1 and change. But they said, I think your haircut looks good considering you have hair recession.
Right.
Many men your age are slick bald. You
Right.
have a full head of thick hair, a blessing at your age. My friend was bald by 29. See, now, people will say, well, you see, that's not a fully positive comment. So if Phil addresses that, he's taken the bait. And now people will
No.
That
was a fake tip.
clip farming. Like, what's wrong with me addressing getting older? Have I not said that?
You dye your hair, idiot, because you dye your hair. And whoever cuts your hair, whether it be your roommate or yourself, it looks like shit.
My goal is to age gracefully, that I'm not going to be doing things like dyeing my hair club for men.
You're clearly dyeing your hair.
He said he's not going to be dyeing his hair?
Hair club for men?
What?
That's not the only thing that dyes your hair.
What?
Anything like that. I'll do things that naturally. Anything like that.
He's fucking...
You're clearly dying
to age gracefully.
Bro,
that is
your roommate
crazy.
or yourself. It looks like shit.
Bro,
my goal is
crazy.
to age gracefully, that I'm not going to be doing things like dyeing my hair club for men.
You're clearly dyeing your
He said,
hair.
I'm not going to be doing stuff like, you know, dyeing my hair, club for men.
That's not the only thing that dyes your hair.
Like, what's wrong with me addressing getting older? Have I not said that?
You dye your hair, idiot, because you dye your hair. And whoever cuts your hair, whether it be your roommate or yourself, it looks like shit.
My goal is to age gracefully, that I'm not going to be doing things like dyeing my hair club for men.
You're clearly
doing things like dyeing my hair.
And
hair club for men. That's not the only thing that dyes your hair.
or anything like that. I'll do things that naturally I can do to improve myself. I'll change my diet. I'll work out and lose weight, and I'll get, more.
You're full of shit. You're
Workout.
taking
Hey,
Ozempic,
flex. Hey,
dude.
roll your sleeve up to your shoulder and flex.
Muscular, because I want to live longer. I want to be there longer with my wife, right? But I'm not going to do these crazy, I'm going to dye my hair, I'm going to do this crap. I'm not.
You dye your hair now,
Bro,
idiot.
you dye your hair, bro. You're definitely dyeing
But for me to
your
address
hair,
this
bro.
$2 tip, apparently is a horrible thing. It's a
fucking
crash
way.
out, right? What? No.
No fucking
No,
way.
you're
You
the
got
crash
all
out.
dark
You're the
black
weirdo
hair
who
like
thinks that if I actually
Dude, that's
factually address
crazy,
this
like,
comment
things like, hey,
in a normal way, that it's a bad
shit
thing.
Don't look like it's
Of course I
fucking
have a
dyed.
receding hairline. I've had a receding hairline my whole life.
That's crazy,
I actually started
dude.
having receding hair when I was in my 20s.
Like, yeah, you
My
can't tell.
uncle...
Like,
Wait,
nah, you can
didn't
tell
you
it's
say you
dark.
had your hairline's more...
Like, maybe
back
if you were
over
young
here
and you dyed your
because
hair
your
like that,
mommy
yeah,
combed
you
your
couldn't
hair
tell,
too
but
hard.
and even
My
then,
cousins,
it's,
all
you
his
can still tell
sons,
the way the
all lost
black
their hair in
looks
their
like.
30s. Completely. Bald heads. Okay? I kept most of my hair. What it is I got more of my dad's genes when it comes to hair than my mom's genes. So my dad's side of the family never had problem with hair loss. My mom's side did. So I am getting it. It's just way slower than most of the males in my family have gotten it, because my dad's genes are a little bit better on that side of the gene pool. All right? But yeah, I know I have a receding hairline. Who cares?
Like, my hair would look bald if I was
you
fucking,
do. You dye your hair,
call it?
and you're
White hair?
constantly making sure your hair is in place, you idiot.
Who gives a shit?
Oh, you do.
You do.
Okay.
They should have asked him, do you dye
Now,
your
see,
hair?
now, you might say, well, what is Phil doing right now? Well, sadly, I don't have a moderator on Kick right now. And that guy who has his bot farm just used 10 or more accounts to all say the same spam comment in chat. So I have to take a moment of the stream here to sit here and ban
Oh, look at how red he's getting.
the 10 bots or whatever they are. It's about 10. I'm shocked it's only 10, because they've done way more than that before. Okay, did I? Okay, and there you go. So that's what I mean. Do I have to address it? I mean, I kind of had to there. Obviously, I don't want my entire Kick.
Why
So
you had to? You
why?
didn't have to, bro.
Why?
You didn't have to address it.
Is stealing your wife's
this is
Ozempic natural?
This is the most
got to be spammed by 10 bots at the same time and
interaction
no one
he
can
gets.
talk. But it is what it is. So I don't know why this person is tipping such weird amounts. It was like $1.90 something.
He wants to be.
I suppose I could round it up and count it as $2.
The way
So that way I'm
everybody
not-
deals on their
wait,
own.
you don't
wants
have
to
any
be in
goals.
control
Why
of
does it
that.
matter? You don't have any goals. Why does it matter?
Worrying about pennies, you know.
Oh my
Hold on, because I'm doing it again because they
God.
spammed with another 10 accounts. I'm going to guess they're going to have about 50 today. That's actually this person's behavior, how crazy they are.
Stealing your wife's Ozempic is
His
stealing your wife's
Ozempic,
Ozempic
that's fucked
natural?
up.
That they've been doing about 10 and then 10 and then 10, and it ends up being like 50 accounts all spamming at once. Yeah, look, here's another.
Oh man. Oh, look at how mad he's getting. Oh, he's starting to sweat.
So that's why I have to do this. And it sucks because obviously I don't want to waste time on my show, you know, doing this. But I'm not going to let them just completely destroy the chat and then no one who's on Kick can even talk and say something intelligent.
Man, shut up, dude.
There we go.
So pathetic. Dude,
Okay.
Doing that on. Let me get rid
Cool.
of this guy.
All right.
Yeah, let me get rid of
Continuing.
this
So I didn't put it
person.
on you. Here we go. So I'll just say the top tip is a $2 anonymous tip. There we go.
Oh yeah. Weird. Yeah, weird. Anonymous. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure.
Cool. If anything, I'll say this. If anything, for the most part, I definitely feel like today I've improved on the way that I handle this stuff. Like I said, admittedly, back in the day,
Yeah. 42-minute video on this. Oh yeah. You're handling it way better.
I would always get over emotional. I would yell. I would scream. Right? I get
What?
pissed off. I'd
No,
be
you
like,
didn't,
oh,
bro.
woe is me. I'm so affected by all this crap, and I'm not.
This dude
You know,
is.
now I'm not. Finally, I'm at the point in my life where this stuff doesn't affect me anymore. It doesn't actually like bother me, or you know, my business is fine despite the fact that they try so much to hurt it. It doesn't. So, you know, I feel like I'm a lot more cooler. You know, razzing them back, right, with a joke back, or just laughing at it, or just ignoring it is much better than getting angry about it. Because getting angry about it, there's just no point. Like, what's the point? You're not going to stop them. These people are crafting. They're going to do what they want in their weird communities because no one looks in on them or cares about them. So they sit there.
No one looks in on them or cares about them.
So it did
Oh,
bother
is that a cry for help for his parents or what?
Generally lonely, latching onto each other and laughing at horrible things that normal people would like be like, oh my god, it's horrible, right? And
no, normal people would not be like, oh my gosh, that's so horrible. They're making fun of this loser on the internet who plays video games all day. I can't believe that people are making fun of a person like that.
I can't make that change. So why get angry about it? Instead, just, hey, go on my merry way and enjoy my life. I have been doing. For the record, things have been great. You know, recently, as you guys know, not only fully improving my setup here, but my real life stuff has been getting better. You know, I'm actually in the
Your real life stuff?
process of like cleaning out my house and redoing certain rooms. Like I said, I'm working on possibly having like a rec room slash like gym. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. Where I'm looking to get like some good equipment.
Yeah, instead of just getting a gym membership and leaving his house, he's gonna try and build a gym.
Disgusting. No, fuck that.
So I can actually work out even more professionally. Because right now I'm not. Right now I'm just, you know, I've got, you know, 2 dumbbells that I
got. Yeah, right.
Basically,
basically all you're doing is just doing arm curls. You're not doing any.
Say like, you know,
no
treadmill,
tricep
that little exercise.
No
thing,
shoulder
whatever.
exercises. No
I mean,
chest,
you just gotta clean
no
it, though.
back,
You get those rags
nothing.
and
You're
clean
just,
it, but-
you're Ron Burgundy right now.
Like, no,
in his
I'm at
office,
home. I can
just
get my own
doing
gym
arm
in my own
curls.
home. Yeah.
Idiot.
But I want to get better than that. I want to be able to do all my muscle groups. I want to be able to do it safely. You know, right now I'm at a limit of what I can do with these dumbbells. If I had like a machine where I can change
What do you mean?
weights, it's safe. That'd be much better. And also,
It's safe. Go to the gym, idiot.
also that would last
He
a long
gonna
time.
he gonna
You know
get
what I mean?
hit
Like
like
right
he
now,
gonna get hit up
Go
like
to
6'9".
the gym.
I bought a cheap bench to do exercises on. That thing is already a piece of junk. I've only had it for a few months. It's creaky as shit.
Go to the gym.
And I've tried like adjusting it. It's just garbage. It's like made in China garbage. You
Well,
know,
let us see
you gotta
you
do something much
lift up
better
the
than that if you're
weight,
serious
nah.
about, you know, working out regularly.
Or you go to the gym, and you join a gym if you work out regularly. You moron.
So that's what I'm working on now. You know, I've got the means to do it. It's really more time than anything else. Like I don't really have a lot of free time to work on that stuff. So when I have a chance to look at it, or
Oh, right, because you'll have enough free time at 3 in the morning to put a comment on Lummox's video, but you don't have time to go work out.
Damn.
Yeah.
or do something with it, I do. But I work a lot.
Man.
So you know, I
You
have to
work
adjust that. And I have to try to
a
squeeze
lot. You work a lot. Oh, shut up.
in the time between streams and
Idiot.
stuff to work on that stuff. Right now, I'm working with my wife. We're cleaning out the house. Like she just cleaned the master bedroom and the nook that's connected to it. She fully deep cleaned it with our carpet cleaner.
Why couldn't you do that?
Now she's got to do it with the room across the hall. We
Why can't you do that?
also have to deep clean our garage because our garage is completely cleaned out now.
Oh, is she doing that too?
And we're going to power wash that once it gets warmer. And then we're going to decide what do we actually want to do
Oh, man.
with all of this stuff, right? Like, what do we do with it? Do we use this room
Oh, they're hoarders.
for this or this or this? And the truth is I've never had a chance to do any of that. Now
Yeah,
I do,
right, so
which is
it's-
amazing that I
you
now
got
have
money.
that freedom. I have the financial freedom and everything. I can do it. I'm healthy
Man,
enough to do
dude.
physical stuff, you know?
What the hell does that mean?
It's a great feeling actually having control of your life for the first time in a long time.
He trying to
And,
make everybody feel like
you
his
don't
life
have
is good.
control of your life. Okay, take a week off.
Yeah,
Don't
for
stream
real.
for a week.
Things are going great for me.
Liar.
Absolutely. 100%.
You can't.
These people here on the internet just can't handle it. They have to try to make up these fallacy, you know, arguments and stories because they really don't want to believe that someone on the internet that they have made fun of all these years has improved and is having a good time. But it couldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah, but you're constantly saying it so anyone knows.
Oh,
that
Cat got a
anything knows
raise.
when
That's
someone
what
is
happened.
constantly
I
repeating
got a
something.
promotion.
It's not true.
Damn.
Yeah,
So
Cat
I
got
don't really give a
promoted.
shit what they
Oh,
say. It
shit
doesn't
was
affect
good
me.
then.
You know what I
Shit,
mean?
Talk about this.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's drinking gin.
he ain't saying that. And he ain't saying she got a promotion. He's saying that, oh, you know,
Lesbian haircut
triggered.
triggered him this much. That marks the 3,000th
that one,
time
don't
he's
credit
told
us.
the same story to the same 200 people. His haircut is jacked up. It is jacked up. It's horrible. Trolls and detractors have absolutely no effect on me whatsoever, and I will take the next 40 minutes to explain why.
20 minutes.
Every day he pretends to have a wife. The worst to crash out will be when the Brunel files drop. You cannot simultaneously be unbothered by something, yet spend so much time speaking about it on the daily. Yep. Kick should drop him for defamation. When you have to address something for 40 minutes, clearly it affects you to your core.
Wow, dude.
Oh man, DSP's final time addressing the trolls. He's looping. Normal people have lives, families, kids, jobs, friends. None of which he has. That's true. He does not have any of that. Alright, you made it this far through the video. Really do appreciate you, and we'll see you.
Yeah, fuck you. What the fuck?
You'll know your pull-up strength is absolute peak when you can do muscle-ups like this. This video is a great example of what a real chest pump looks like. This dad raised these children super well. I can't even tell which is the dad in the next photo.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow.
Bro was sitting down on the plane so much he had to get a little stretch going on. Did you guys know turtle food has 200 grams of protein and only 400 grams? This is not food advice, but like, game is game. These guys got so massive, people don't even think they're real because they think it's AI. Holy smokes, does gravity not exist for this guy? I don't think any other workout can get more optimal than this.
Really clueless, and second of all, humble yourself. Like, bro, it's not that deep. I know I'm ego lifting. It's perfectly fine. Like, let's see your preacher curl. I guarantee you it.
Struggling with motivation in the gym, it's either you do that rep or else you lose 30 trophies. This pigeon took the bulk way too far, it can't even fly anymore. But honestly, I kinda respect it because the cut is going to be insane. This guy is the literal definition of ego lifting. If you were to get paid $1,000 per rep, what workout would you do? I'd honestly do calves because that'll be good motivation. Check with this guy that tapes his eggs on top of his fridge. Whoever made this edit needs a raise.
Autobots, roll out.
I don't know what it is, but this video just makes me super uncomfortable.
Around a big ass spear set, like, yeah, I did like kick the first try and shit. Like, you good, bro?
If you guys cannot do a pull-up like this, you guys are low-key falling off and you need to lock in. This grandpa has been seeing so many TikTok gym edits, he decided to make his own edit. What would you guys rate this guy's edit on a scale of 1 to 10? Bro is the CEO of mewing.
Grandma gone and he fucking got all that insurance.
Look at this video of Larry Wheels picking up my lateral raise warm-up. I like how bro compliments this guy, then absolutely mogs him 3 seconds later. If you're watching this, this is your sign to stop doing leg day and just stick to the bench press. If you guys do muscle-ups like this, I know what type of man you are.
What's that?
I would honestly hate to be the guy that's messing with this guy. You would never know his next move. This is insanely impressive, but why would you do this in front of the military? Bro's like asking to get drafted.
Back lever pull-ups.
Who's grandpa's aura farming right now? I don't get how people can watch this video and not get motivated to work out. Bro's literally living peak life right now.
I'm not motivated to steroids.
Bro really invented the new portable bench press. I mean, he is not wrong. It is all you can eat.
It's all you can eat? Yeah. It's all you can eat, right?
Check out this gym that makes all of their gym equipment look like Transformers. I'd personally spend like $500 a month on that gym membership. Being able to do this in elementary school is insane. There's no way he's not the most popular kid in school. Being able to wake up with this view is absolutely beautiful.
This video works out.
Would y'all consider this W gym riz? If you're watching this, this is your sign to become airplanes with your gym bro.
17 egg yolk flip. Will they stay together without the egg whites? And they did.
These are the perks of learning calisthenics and putting them into breakdancing. It is honestly so hard to tell if this is real. If you were like 30 feet away from this guy, you would not be able to tell. PUV, the chest days finally paid off, and this is all you send your gym bro.
As a gym bro myself, and if you're a gym bro yourself, you guys should never take more than one trip when you're doing groceries, or else you're an absolute failure. Meet the man that literally skips everything but chest day.
Stop me from taking my shirt off at random moments. Bitch, I know somebody that like it.
I honestly don't think a muscle up can get any more cleaner than this. This has got to be one of the most intense PRs I've ever seen. Would you guys consider this to count? I think it counts. I find it insanely impressive how you can fail this badly. Fuck. If you guys don't want to look like Diddy, you guys have to avoid eye contact when you're doing these type of workouts. Bro's training to be a professional pea shooter. PUV when an MMA fighter decides to play basketball.
Damn! A flying knee to the face?
I'd honestly never touch a sport ever again if this ever happened to me. This has got to be one of the biggest air balls I've ever seen. This guy got clipped so hard, apparently he switched schools literally 2 weeks later. Holy smokes, if you were the guy that was dating this woman, I know for a fact you're the one taking care of the house.
You made it this far, smash that like button.
You have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. This guy has been stacking his egg cartons for the past 4 months to see how much eggs he's consumed, and honestly, that's a lot of eggs. Damn.
For a year?
This guy was casually hitting chests, and his spider came out of nowhere to help spot him. I don't know if it's a rule, but I don't think the judges should be that close to the person.
Oh no.
This gym coach was trying to teach a new workout and this happened. I'd personally just quit my job.
What an absolute legend. Bro decided to go from a pull-up to a handstand. What a freaking G. I cannot tell if this is satire or this is actually how swimmers actually swim. If my wedding don't look like this, I ain't going.
This is the most Luke wedding ever.
If you guys ever got stuck while doing a bench press PR, this is how to safely get out the most optimal way.
Don't yell for a spot. That's all dangerous and embarrassing. What you do when you're stuck is get situated, press the weight straight up, and then rack it safely.
No offense or anything, but how does an individual achieve this type of build?
What the hell?
This is every gym rat's nightmare. I wish no one watching this video has to go through this.
He broke his back.
Did bro really just customize his abs? POV that one person that says he works out at home.
The fuck?
I'm the type of guy that eats like 10 eggs a day, which is pretty solid, but honestly, this cannot be healthy. I've never seen such a cursed workout in my entire life.
Because I don't train it. Mike Menser trained it, so do I. This isn't gear, this is...
Did bro really achieve the Diddy Backshot 9000 with 2 plates? What an absolute unit. Out of all the possible outcomes, I think bro got the worst one. This guy's been spamming lower back workouts to the point where it looks like he has abs on his back.
That. Your darkness swallowed up my soul.
Science-based lifters will literally do anything to get that optimal stretch when working out. Now this is badass. Is this what it takes to be a real Viking? Even though this workout looks super devious, it's actually pretty hard to do. Bro got the ladies staring. This guy definitely got the ultimate gym riz. What in the muscle up inflation is this? I can confirm that this works. Spamming cardio and just drinking hella water actually makes you super lean. Also, one of my favorite cheat codes to getting leaner is just staying in the sauna, man. Honestly, if you had enough of being unhealthy, just sell your car and become the car yourself.
Not that steam either. That rock.
What in the Diddy calisthenics spot is this?
What the hell? Oh my god.
Didn't those things cost cheap?
Winter is
like
coming. If you guys don't have this haircut, y'all ain't locked in for winter arc. Train so hard, become super massive to the point where you got the golem built. This is extremely impressive. This mini P.E.K.K.A was able to lift 3 times his body weight. Bro is 1 second away from regretting every decision. This is what happens when you become too optimal in the gym. fact that the audience has no reaction of him doing this just proves that he does this on a daily basis. Holy freaking aura. This guy decided to make all the white monsters he drank into a sword, and honestly, it looks pretty badass. PUV, the reason why people don't like working out at home. This guy forced a forearm cramp and he instantly regretted it. This guy has been running an experiment on himself where he'd only train one part of his body, and honestly, he doesn't even look like a human anymore. PUV 10-year-old me every time I got caught working out.
Oh, hey, wait.
Oh, hey! What's up, Mom? Just putting this stuff away, actually.
PUV when you skip all your back days just to work out chest.
It's crazy, bro.
I have a genuine question. Like, seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Anyways.
This Marvel Rivals drama has officially gone completely sideways. Everyone's been laser focused on CC and Zax, painting them like the villains of some messy gamer reality show. But here's the twist nobody wanted to see coming. There's someone sitting right in the middle of this mess who looks way worse than both of them combined. And yeah, we're talking about Lucy, the one people keep calling the budget sniper wolf of the Marvel Rivals scene. Before any of this chaos kicked off, Lucy and Kingsman were tight, always queued together, always in voice chat, non-stop duo energy like they were glued at the hip. But right in the middle of the tournament, she switched up fast. No warning, no private talk, nothing. She jumped ship, sided up with people she barely even knew, and started throwing shots at him live, mid-match, on stream. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a straight betrayal in front of everyone watching. After Kingsman got kicked, Lucy fired up a Twitch stream and went full victim mode. And here's the wild part. Once that stream started popping off, she tried to delete it, like that was going to work in 2026. Nothing disappears online. Absolute legends archived the whole thing, and once people saw it back, yeah, it got ugly fast. When the drama first exploded, most of the heat landed on Cece since she's already a big name in the Marvel rival space. Zastax caught smoke too because of that now infamous match where she refused to swap off Widowmaker while going 0-5 with 200 ping. Those clips were everywhere, getting memed into the ground non-stop. Meanwhile, Lucy almost slipped through the cracks. Smaller streamer, less attention, people weren't really watching her like that. But once fans started digging, oh nah, she wasn't off the hook at all. If anything, it started looking like she was worse than both Cece and Za combined. She turned on her own teammate and friend mid-tournament for clout and sympathy, and then came the stream. Pure chaos from beginning to end. Lucy titled the stream, "I Need This. I'm Kind of Homeless." Like, seriously? That sounded less like transparency and more like a pity play for subs and donations. The moment the stream started, you could tell she was trying to rewrite the entire story in real time. Then out of nowhere, she made one of the most unhinged comparisons imaginable. She compared her gaming beef with Kingsman to an active global conflict happening right now. Yes, she really said that. Chat froze, clips flew everywhere. Social media exploded instantly. People called it one of the most tone-deaf things ever said on stream.
Why did you compare him to Israel? Okay, great question. I didn't compare him to Israel. My thing is, oh my god, I'm gonna turn off alerts because I can't really talk like this. My thing is, dude, this one was actually just fucking crazy, and it sounds so bad too.
This chick with that dude that got kicked out the tournament, Kingsman, his name is Kingsman, and these two were duos in the gaming whatever, in the gaming business, I guess in that Marvel superheroes. They became friends and they were like duo teammates together. And then when they got into that group with the other girls, when they started jumping on that dude, she was jumping on him too. Not jumping on him, but basically co-signing everything they were saying and shit, telling them, you know, shut up and shit too. And then, so now all the internet's like coming out there like, how you gonna just flip on him like that? Or some chicks that you ain't even never you just started joining their group, but you've been gaming with this guy. But it's crazy because she's just siding with the girls because they're girls. So that's what they're jumping on her about. Like, oh, so you just gonna turn on him like that because these are girls and you don't want to feel like, you know, you're sticking up for the dude. So sexist or whatever.
Support Kingsman like it's supporting Israel. It was like, I was saying the thing of like support, not specifically you supporting Kingsman is supporting Israel. It was the statement of support Kingsman or support Zaza. Like, it's just, I thought saying like supporting this is just like, I thought it was ridiculous. That's why I said it. I honestly do regret saying it, but it was just like, I don't know. I guess it was just like in bad taste. But at the end of the day, you're like, guys, I am a Lebanese Arab. Like, I have 100% donated more. I even had, what do you call it? Not that this is an excuse, but I'm saying I have definitely donated more than all of you guys combined to Palestinians. I literally have family there. I don't know really what, yeah, anyway.
And instead of owning it, Lucy doubled down. She claimed people were twisting her words, then immediately flexed donations she'd made to people affected by that same conflict. Like that somehow canceled out what she said. That wasn't an apology. That was damage control with receipts attached. Her whole response boiled down to, yeah, I said something bad, but look, I've done good things too. That's not accountability. That's deflection. And this is Lucy's pattern. She never admits fault. She flips everything into a pity story where she's the misunderstood hero. It's manipulative, exhausting, and exactly why people stopped trusting her. But that wasn't even the worst part. Old friends started popping up with screenshots and they came loaded. Kitty Ken dropped a thread saying she'd been warned about Lucy long before this drama ever went public. And the receipts were brutal. Apparently, Lucy once pulled up a friend's game stats live on stream just to clown them. That's not playful trash talk. That's insecure behavior on display. Others backed it up too. People said Lucy would laugh along off stream when others said nasty, insensitive stuff, never calling it out. Behind the scenes, she'd gossip and talk reckless about other creators. But on camera, sweet, innocent, harmless act. That's full two-face energy, and people finally clocked it. Then came the moment that really made people recoil. Lucy allegedly labeled Kingsman's chat with an extreme and completely inappropriate accusation.
This is the freaking screenshot. I asked him, Kingsman, are you doing all right? He said, no, I'm not. I said, dude, why didn't you stop? I tried to tell you to shush. This was after he told, what Zaza said, you're making me feel like shit. I told him to shut the fuck up. Because honestly, I'm gonna double down on that. He should've. When a teammate says you're making me feel like shit, like, just stop, bro. You're ruining her mental. She's gonna play worse. Honestly, it's just not it. The best thing you can do for someone who's not gonna swap is try to encourage them to play better. That's why I was blazing her. Regardless, I already said that. He said, I did nothing wrong, Lucy. I'm gonna make a video about it. And I said, okay, that's fine, but I don't think it's fair to say you did nothing wrong. You were on Zaza for a while, days, and you could hear it in her voice she was getting upset. And I said, I'm sorry. He said, no, don't worry, I'm actually gonna explain everything. And I said, well, all right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about you getting kicked. I was excited to be on the same team as you. Yeah, same. And then he said, bro, I rewatched and you rage baited me so hard. And then, yeah.
No jokes, no context, just reckless words that crossed a serious line. That wasn't edgy, that was disturbing. At that point, people genuinely started asking how Kingsman ever put up with her behavior for so long. Every time Lucy spoke, it felt like she was competing with herself to drop an even worse take. Nothing made sense, just chaos, contradictions, and constant spin. And somehow she still tried flipping the story again, acting like she was the one betrayed. She literally said, I'm not okay with him. As if Kingsman was the problem. The lack of self-awareness was unreal. She's the one who turned on him mid-tournament, helped push him out, and then cried victim afterward. Be serious. And when she finally dropped her so-called apology, 2 words. Sorry, bro. That's it. No explanation. No ownership. Just a lazy throwaway line that somehow made things worse. Through all of this, Lucy and Cece kept defending Za like she was untouchable. Like, come on. If your teammate is lagging with 200 ping and going 0-5 in a $40,000 tournament, telling them to swap isn't bullying. It's basic teamwork. But Lucy and Cece hid behind keeping the vibes positive. And that logic fell apart instantly. Competitive gaming isn't about pretending everything's fine while your team collapses. It's about adapting, communicating, and trying to win. And that's when people finally realized this wasn't just a bad tournament showing, this was Lucy's entire mindset. She doesn't take criticism. She spins it. She doesn't apologize. She deflects. She blames everyone else. And every single time she opened her mouth, the drama got bigger.
I have a genuine question. If you are Basim, I'm thinking about it. If you are Basim, you're holding a tournament. You have so many people lined up. You have people like Moxie, Mark Deasy. Like, these people are lined up. These are all some big hitters too. You have some big hitters lined up, and one of these people is kind of like pressuring another person to swap. Admittedly, after he has, like, we can all agree, Kingsman was told to stop. He was told to stop asking. He was. Everybody, like, even ask him, I'm pretty sure he'll agree. He was told to stop asking. Being very pushy about it, after being told no multiple times, still continues. You, as the tournament host, somebody's being very pushy about something, not really wanting a widow. I don't want a widow. What do you think you would do? You have Mark Deasy in your back pocket. You have Moxie in your back pocket. It is what it is. Like, if you don't appreciate or you don't enjoy the team that you're on, then you can leave. I feel like that's like the mindset as like a host. I'm trying to think of it from Basim's perspective. If I have some big hitters lined up and you're just complaining and nagging the whole time, bro, then just go. I got somebody lined up. I have Mark Deasy, Mox.
That's why this situation exploded the way it did, because Lucy never stopped making it worse. After that weak little sorry bro apology, somehow things managed to get even uglier. Lucy's private messages with Kingsman started leaking, and once people read them closely, it was game over. On the surface, one message looked polite. Sorry about you getting kicked, but read it again. That's not an apology, that's distance disguised as kindness. She didn't say, sorry I got you kicked. She said, sorry that happened to you. That's fake sympathy dressed up as empathy. It removes her from responsibility completely, like she was just some innocent bystander watching it all go down. And then she followed it up with, I was excited to be on the same team as you. Sounds sweet, right? Nah, that's emotional chess. She was trying to guilt him, soften him up, and still look like the good friend in front of everyone watching. But here's where the whole act collapsed instantly. There's literal footage from right after the tournament where Lucy openly said she agreed with Kingsman getting kicked. She called it the right call. Her words, not anyone else's. Then the backlash hit, and suddenly she flipped the script at lightning speed. Now she's claiming she never wanted him gone and always supported him. Be serious. The clips are public. The internet doesn't forget, and receipts don't lie. Watching how fast she switches sides depending on who's watching is wild. One moment she's throwing Kingsman under the bus, next moment she's pretending she was his biggest supporter the whole time. That's not growth, and it didn't stop there. Right after Kingsman was kicked, Lucy was in Discord calling him a loser and saying the team was better off without him. But once the internet started dragging her too, instant backpedal. Suddenly, she didn't mean it like that.
I wouldn't talk to someone that low-key put me on blast either. I mean, guys, like, I don't, like...
Oh, blast.
It's a lot of just straight sexism, and it's like, you have, like, Kingsman fans, and then you also have just sexists just taking this opportunity. Also racist. Earlier in my chat, they were just spamming a word. Like, it's like, bro, I don't really know. I know Kingsman's not sexist, but it's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. I'm just not interested in being his friend. And everybody's taking this opportunity to kind of just hop on the bandwagon here and just be sexist.
Funny how the apologies only show up once the follower count starts dipping. Then Lucy turned off her comments and tried justifying it by saying people were being racist and sexist toward her and the other girls. But let's keep it real. Most of what people were saying wasn't hate. It was criticism. Sure, a few trolls crossed lines. That happens everywhere. But using that as a blanket excuse to silence everyone, that's straight deflection. She started tweeting about being bullied and misunderstood, pushing the same tired routine. Play the victim. Rewrite the story. Hope people forget what actually happened. But this time, nobody bought it. Fans had already seen this play before, and then came the apology videos. And wow, full influencer starter pack, fake tears, soft lighting, sad background music, shaky voices, all of it. Cece's apology didn't even sound like her normal streams. She suddenly talked softer, higher pitched, trying to sound fragile and sweet. Compare it to her regular clips, and it's like watching two different people. Lucy's apology stream was even worse. Instead of owning anything, she made excuses. People are twisting the story. I'm just trying my best. Same lines, same dodge. She cried on camera, but literally the next day she was back liking shady tweets and talking trash in private Discord servers. That's what really flipped people. You can't cry about being bullied publicly and then throw shade behind the scenes. People notice patterns, and once they spot that two-faced energy, there's no recovering. And the contradictions didn't stop there.
So there's other things about Basim out there that, hey, if you want to look into it, look into it. But there's other shit on Basim out there. And Basim, if you're in here, bro, you are the biggest sellout of all time. You kick Kingsman out, and then you don't even properly clear shit up. And you scream and shout for the Kingsman fans to all just be on your side because you switch sides because you don't want hate, you don't want heat, which is fine. But it's just,
who the wants hate? Who the wants fucking heat? Explain to me one person who wants hate. Tell me that for 1 second. But you know how you avoid that? You take accountability for your actions. Oh my god, dude. When you figure out somebody's wrong, you take accountability. That's it. That's it. And there's a hate. There's some shit. Bro, dude, what the kind of person did everybody think I am? I made a wrong decision as a tournament host, but what the people think I am? Just some secret racist? Just some absolute misogynistic pig? Like, what do people think I am? Like, what does she think I am? You know, I've never played with her. I've never duo-queued with her.
On one of her latest streams, Lucy said she wasn't sorry for telling Kingsman to shut up because he deserved it. Then less than 10 minutes later, she said she wished she handled it differently. Which is it? You don't get to say both and expect anyone to take you seriously. But the biggest shocker came when Lucy went after the tournament organizer, calling him the biggest loser ever. Like, really? This is the same organizer who admitted his mistakes, apologized to Kingsman, and actually tried to fix the situation. Meanwhile, Lucy, who still hasn't owned up to anything, is out here throwing insults. That's next-level hypocrisy. And his response? Perfect. Calm, direct, no drama. He said, if you don't want hate, just take accountability. One sentence. No excuses. That line summed up the entire situation better than any apology video ever could. He admitted fault, moved on, and people respected him for it, because accountability still matters, even in streamer drama. Meanwhile, Lucy just kept digging herself deeper. She could not stop dragging the drama back up. Every time she said she was done talking about it, she'd be right back on it the very next day. It was like she couldn't exist without the chaos swirling around her. By this point, the community was fed up. Fans started building full timelines of her contradictions. Screenshots, clips, tweets, Discord messages, everything lined up back to back. Reddit threads blew up. TikTok started popping off. Someone even made a highlight reel called Lucy versus Accountability, and it went viral in hours. That part is wild because nobody needed to cancel her. She did it herself. No hit piece, no conspiracy, just her own words over and over again. You'd think after that she'd finally step back and give a real apology, but nope. She doubled down again. She tweeted that people just don't understand her and that she's doing her best girl.
do you wish you handled things any differently? Great question. Okay, I'll try to stop being a little bit corny, but yeah, I do think that I shouldn't have been like rage baity. Me and Kingsman were friends, and the relationship that we had with each other, it's like when you're on the game, you rage bait each other, bro. He would rage bait me and I'd rage bait him. But I think I did it at such a bad time, which is fair. I do wish I hadn't rage baited at such a freaking, whoa, that person's being racist. Okay, I wish I didn't do it at such a bad time. In regards to me telling him to shut the fuck up, that is the only thing I think I am 100% justified in, because Zaza said, you're making me feel like shit. When somebody on your team is like saying that, I'm immediately just put off. And yeah, I don't know. That's the only time I'm only gonna like defend that specific moment.
Nah, people understood perfectly. They just weren't buying it anymore. And here's the truth. It wasn't the original mistake that tanked her reputation. Everyone messes up sometimes. It was the non-stop excuses, the fake tears, the constant contradictions, and the refusal to take responsibility. That's what turned a small tournament issue into a full-blown meltdown. Even her own fans started walking away. Stream chats went from, "We love you, Lucy," to, "Girl, this ain't it." And once your biggest defenders can't justify your behavior anymore, that's endgame territory. The Marvel Rivals community was officially done. What started as a small tournament controversy turned into one of the messiest online blowups in the scene. It stopped being entertaining and became exhausting, like watching someone destroy their own career in slow motion. And the craziest part, Lucy still didn't get it. She kept tweeting about being misunderstood and mentally drained, but never once said, "Yeah, I was wrong." Not one time. And that's what frustrated everyone the most. People weren't asking for perfection. Nobody wanted an Oscar-level redemption arc or a 3-hour apology stream. All they wanted was something simple. "Yeah, I treated Kingsman badly. I messed up. That's it." But instead, she dragged it out. Every tweet, every stream, every clarification made things worse. She turned a 2-minute apology into a full-scale PR disaster. The guy she insulted walked away with more credibility than her. The irony is wild. Lucy kept complaining about hate, but she was the one feeding it. Every time she said she was done talking, she brought it right back the next day. Half the backlash came straight from her own mouth. At this point, she officially became a meme. The internet crowned her the queen of deflection. There are edits of her contradicting herself mid-sentence, crying in one clip, laughing in the next. People started quoting her sarcastically in other streams. Imagine your apology video turning into meme material. That's brutal. Even her old allies, CC and Za, started distancing themselves once things got ugly. Suddenly they claimed they had nothing to do with Kingsman getting kicked. But the screenshots were already out there. Receipts don't lie. You can't talk reckless in private and then play innocent on camera. The internet never forgets. By this point, nobody even cared about the $40,000 tournament anymore. That stopped mattering a long time ago. This was about who lied, who deflected, and who could play the biggest victim. What should have been a competitive event turned into a full circus of fake apologies and broken friendships. So here's the real takeaway. It's never the original mistake that ruins someone online. It's how they handle it afterward. Lucy, Cece, and Za could have shut this down early. All they had to do was take accountability, say sorry, and move on. That's literally it. But instead, they argued, deleted posts, blamed others, and kept deflecting until the entire internet turned on them. Now their reputations are cooked. Their clips are trending for all the wrong reasons. Their apology videos are flooded with dislikes. Even longtime fans stopped defending them. It's kind of tragic, but also the clearest example of how not to handle drama online. So let me know, who do you think takes the crown for the worst behavior here? Lucy, Cece, or Za? Drop your comments down below, hit like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you on the next one.
See ya!
Happy Black Month, black people! Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. I just want to get this out the way. Thank you very much for all the support that I've been getting from all the other videos. Like, this is the fastest my channel has ever grown. So like, I really do appreciate it, y'all. As of now, I'm currently at 995 subscribers right now. So I don't know if I'm gonna hit 1,000 by the time I drop this video, but I just want to like make this early announcement. Like, thank you so much for the support and thank you so much that we're about to hit 1,000. Once again, as I'm recording this video. But yeah, I just want to get some stuff out the way, you know. Feel free to join the Discord. It's going to be in the description. And, you know, I'm also working on other projects. You know, I'll be making webtoons and shit like that. I've been thinking of streaming on YouTube, but if y'all want to see me on stream on Twitch or YouTube, just let me know. But either way, all my links are in my bio in the description. So, yeah, once again, thank you, everybody. So today's topic, we'll be talking about Kai Cenat. If one of y'all who don't know who Kai Cenat is, then welcome to the internet. Kai Cenat is one of the biggest streamers, if not the biggest streamers in like the past few years. You know, he started his come up like basically around 2020, and then he just kept on getting bigger and bigger by the year. But recently, he started doing like a rebrand, and now people have been changing their perspective on him. Ever since the conclusion of Mafia-thon 3, not many people really got to see from Kai Cenat. He kind of just went MIA, you know what I'm saying? Which is all cool, you know what I'm saying? He did just do like a 30-day stream, so of course it would make sense that he would go on break and shit like that. So, you know, people were speculating when the next stream would happen, when Kai Cenat would come back, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Kai Cenat did a show up on the Streamer Awards, right? And you know, he kind of came off differently. He looked like he matured the way he was talking.
Say to you guys tonight is
I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health. I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, you know, turn to like anime, Death Note, Naruto, recently since I've been gone, and I just been able to, you know, find happiness within that. But yeah, as for the word of collab, I want to preach to everybody, like,
he watched Death
within
Note.
our community, us collabing is everything. You feel what I'm saying? So collaboration is everything. And I know this year has been very difficult on the fan bases, the communities, and of streaming in general. And as long as we don't tear each other apart and let that get in between us, we're gonna be just fine. So I appreciate y'all.
Now, obviously, this did come with a backlash, you know, obviously, because this is a popular person. There's obviously going to be people bringing up, oh, you know, this nigga Kaizen is rich. You know, you rich. You have hella money. Why are you having mental health problems? And the thing is, it's really more than just having money, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to get into that whole spiel because I'm really hoping that you guys who are watching this video aren't retarded. So I don't got to really explain to you why just because you have money doesn't mean you can't go through mental health. And, you know, he also brought up, like, how he also been watching anime and stuff like that, which we'll get to, which is one thing, you know, which is the topic of the video about why people think that Kaizen is on this like performative route and stuff like that. So we'll get to the anime part in a minute. But you know, Kaizen generally, you know, he was maturing. He generally wanted to be like a bigger person. He didn't come off as childish or anything like he usually does in the stream. So the way people were just dragging this whole situation, it never really made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Kai was being really mature and really being professional. If anything, this is like the first time I see him be this professional. So I'm just like, this is a Kaizen W. I'm not gonna lie to you. Then it really got bad when he started posting on his birthday that he explained more about his mental health, and he explained that he wanted to do more, and he also came out saying that, you know, he came up with like a second YouTube channel, but it was more like a secret YouTube channel where he'll be showing himself reading and, you know, learning new hobbies, like he was learning how to sew and stuff like that, which is all handy. And this is where all the problems have come in. Basically, people are saying that Kai is doing this because he's performing. And, you know, I'm a mixed bag on this, right? I generally think Kai is doing a good thing, but if honestly, I can see all sides, all right? I can see all sides in this case. In Kai's defense, right, we have seen Kai have a camera up on his face 24/7, like for 30 days, 3 times. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like it's pretty much habit to just record whatever the fuck that you're doing, just as long as, you know, it's not anything personal. So I think, you know, him wanting to, you know, actually change himself as a person while also trying to do new things, it probably would feel natural or be some kind of habit for Kaizen to just record himself doing it. Because I honestly feel like if y'all niggas also had cameras in y'all faces the whole time, then yeah, y'all niggas would probably record yourselves doing whatever. But, you know, there was also that one instance that Kaizen was recording himself writing in a journal, which, you know, the journal's for his brand, which we'll get into later. But he was recording that on a Nintendo 3DS. That shit was funny. Why did he do that? I don't know, because that's why I'm starting to see why niggas are calling him performative, right? Niggas are also clowning him for the reading shit, right? And let me show you, let me, you know, get on their defense, and let me tell you why I think some of these niggas are clowning him. It's because little niggas just don't know how to read no more, man. It's because niggas on the internet are cooked now, you know what I'm saying? And another thing of why I think people are clowning Kaizen, all right, let's be real, right? Kaizen has, you know, gone on stream and done these grand things for his viewers. He is like, you know, actually, you know, the riot that accidentally happened in New York City, you know, that happened. And, you know, we have all the mafia-thons, you know, he was grabbing all these big celebrities and shit like that. Shit was popping off. He was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And think of this as like a soft reboot. You do all these big things here. I know what I can compare this to. I'm going to compare Kai to the MCU. Now, this may sound crazy, but just hear me out, right? Think of his mafia-thons as Avengers movies, right? There was 3 Avengers movies so far. We got 3 mafia-thons so far. And these are big spectacles. These are phenomenal events, you know what I'm saying? And in between the mafia-thons, you know, you got you know, the Avengers movies, you got the calm basic shit that you probably would expect now, right? Now we have Mafia-thon 3 that has ended. You know, that's basically like the end game, you know what I'm saying? And you know,
When he,
since
after
after
he beat the Avengers,
Endgame, I'm not gonna lie to
went
you,
into
as
this
a
fucking
Marvel
planet
fan,
and just started
he
making
just got
all
some
the
straight
food and
slop.
started resting
I'm
and
sorry.
shit.
The shit that came in Phase
And they
4 and
killed
Phase
his ass
5,
after
I'm
that.
sorry, that shit is, some of it was really ass. You know what I'm saying? Because most people, you know, are expecting something grand after what already came before. You know what I'm saying? Because you bring in all these new people into your audience, so they're gonna see you as this guy that basically goes above and beyond for everything. So when they see you start doing these basic minimal tasks all of a sudden, then yeah, some of these people are gonna start thinking like, what the fuck is he doing? You know, because some people didn't come in for that. You know, you created a fan base that wants to see you do all these big ass things, but when you throw all that away, or I don't want to say he throws it all away, but when you want to like push that aside for doing something like on a much smaller scale that, let's be real, I don't genuinely think that the majority of your audience is really into, like the fashion stuff, then yeah, let's be real, you can't really blame the fans that you really brought up already, because that's just how you made them to be. You know what I'm saying? People just don't take change like that. Another reason why people are clowning Kai Cenat is also with this anime stance, and you know, with the performative case, you know, back to that, right? There have been some clips of people, you know when niggas talk shit, niggas are gonna like do their research, niggas are gonna dig up information. You know, niggas have claimed like, yeah, Kai Cenat is kind of like a fake ass nigga when it comes to this anime shit.
Kai Cenat has to be the most performative streamer I've ever seen in my life. Why does he keep pretending that he's an anime fan when clearly he hasn't watched a single episode? But you don't gotta take my word for it.
What's your favorite anime? Death Note. That's my favorite one. Word. You capping. I love Death Note. First, I did not like anime. Like, I put on to Death Note while I was at DreamCon, bro. And the first episode had me hooked.
I mean, if he was hooked, he definitely watched the whole thing, maybe even a couple of times over.
Anime, what'd you watch? I can't get into it. Really? Why not? Okay, to be honest, what have you watched? I watched Death Note. I really like Death Note.
Why would he be faking that he watches anime? It's just to hit the anime market.
What do you mean you only watched 2 episodes? I thought you were hooked like 5 seconds ago. Okay, maybe Death Note wasn't his cup of tea. Maybe he watched something else.
Watch One Piece. I watched a little bit of. You watch One Piece? Yeah. You don't. Okay, name 3 characters. Luffy.
They say his name in the first episode, by the way. Okay, I've been hearing rumors that he's about to start watching another anime soon. Let's see what it is.
I think the first anime I'm ever gonna get into, I watched Death Note, but the first one I'm really gonna get into that, like, I could watch all the seasons, it's gonna be Invincible. That's what it's called.
Did this guy just say Invincible? Who's gonna tell bro you don't have to be an anime fan? You don't gotta watch it. A lot of people don't. Invincible's low-key peak though.
I remember back in the day, anime was just like a niche thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was either Dragon Ball, and then you have all the merchandising anime. So basically, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, Bakugan, like that was basically it, bro. If you brought up like watching One Piece, niggas will crucify you, bro, because you into that weirdo anime shit, you know what I'm saying? But since 2020, niggas have became more open-minded, and you know, anime started becoming more popular up here in America. But just because it became popular doesn't really mean it's a good thing, because now you basically have people trying to misrepresent what the anime's true meaning is, you know, and then you just got these fucking LARPers all of a sudden.
Money. That's the meaning, making money.
Renee. Rosé. My fit. I did the makeup in the contest, but it's backwards. Asa.
Oh, that's that dude that CP dude.
Asa, from Kingsville.
Like, nobody's really forcing you to get into anime. You know what I'm saying? I've seen niggas switch up on this animation. It's just like, bro, you didn't really need to do all that. I don't know what made you want to change up now, but you can't just really say, oh, I've been into this anime several times, and it's just like, bro, do you like this anime or not? Like, we're not pushing you to like this shit. I don't know if it's because he's trying to appeal to the fans, and, you know, I just don't understand the mind processing of that shit. Once again, maybe he could generally be watching Naruto and shit like that, because, you know, all of a sudden he also started posting this shit on Twitter too. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But this is also another reason why people are calling him performative and all this shit, is because he doesn't show authenticity when it comes to just watching this anime shit. So obviously niggas are gonna call him out for that shit. So now we're gonna get to what really like gets this whole situation bigger than it really was, right? We're gonna talk about his clothing brand, the Vivet, right? So recently he dropped a video on his YouTube channel titled "I Quit," right? So obviously it's gonna look like that he's saying like he quit streaming or content creating or something like that, right? But basically when you watch the video, he says that he quits overthinking. what he basically tries to say is that, you know, he wants to be seen more as just like some streamer. You know, he wants to get out of the box and do stuff, right? And I can see that. You know, you don't want to be seen as just like a streamer content creator anymore, and yet you like reveal it doing the most. You do it by clickbaiting the "I quit" with the title in the video, bro. That's like the most streamer ass thing you could do, my nigga. So it's just like, okay, so we took like a step forward, Eddie. You automatically took 5 steps back just by doing that shit alone. But okay, I still see his vision and shit like that, right? So, you know, niggas started doing the clothing brand shit, right? Which is cool, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, once again, people do want to learn new things, you know what I'm saying? You know, he immediately started putting himself up in ranked matches, but you know, if he actually has passion for this, then this is cool. The thing is that many, you know, people online, they usually have a problem with this. It's usually that some content creators, you know, it's usually the same roads that these niggas always go on. It's just, it's either like get into music, they get into boxing, or they get into some clothing brand shit. And yes, Kaisena has ended up falling for one of them, you know what I'm saying? So this is why people just didn't find it surprising. It was just like, this nigga really, like, niggas saw this shit coming, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when it came to like the branding of it, some people were also conflicted. You know, I saw a few TikToks about niggas that are actually like getting like educated in like what's it called, like fashion and stuff like that when it came out to his notebook, because he over here walking around the notebook and everything like that shit, the Bible and shit. So it's just like, okay,
I was not gonna say anything.
Read the Bible, dog.
Situation and him going into fashion, because I'm like, hey, do whatever you want. If you want to do fashion, go ahead. But my only thing is, he's trying to clip farm his entire life. This man showed up to a fashion show with his notebook, which is totally fine, but the notebook was full. I personally went to product design at the University of Oregon, which is basically the whole fashion design world, or any product, including garments. And they always told us, bring your journal with you and you can write down any ideas that you have or any thoughts that pop into mind, inspiration, blah, blah, cool. The only problem is this book is full of thoughts, inspiration, whatever. People I went to school with, I'm not a creative person, so the people that I went to school with definitely deserve to be in that degree. It would take them months to fill up them. Use every centimeter of that page with multiple designs, concepts, etc. However, Kai's book pretty much just looks like this, a bunch of Polaroids and random notes and doodles, and he's just trying too hard. I don't know how else to say it, because why would you bring a full book of your notes, thoughts, inventions per se to a fashion show if you're not planning to take notes or write down an inspiration anywhere else?
Kaisena is the prime example of not everybody should start a clothing brand. I'm sure you've all heard about Vivette, and honestly this whole fashion thing with Kaisena just seems so performative. To me, if he was truly passionate about it, he wouldn't make it all about himself by posting this performative documentation of his journey and saying things like how much fashion means to him because he spent 3 months in Italy. And I say performative because this is all clearly a form of marketing. Also, no designer that put out anything meaningful just did it on a whim, and it's usually a result of years of being immersed in the culture. You can't just take shortcuts. Unfortunately though, because of his connections and his huge audience, obviously this brand's gonna succeed. What do you guys think? Follow for more.
I'm over here thinking that the Bible is actually a part of the brand, but not the Bible. I'm over here thinking that the journals are part of the brand, but at the same time, it's also looking like he's using it to take notes. But when I'm listening to people who are actual like fashion students and stuff like that, you know, designer students and stuff like that, they're saying that like, yeah, this is not authentic, because if you take a look at that journal, it's like old as hell and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out like,
go ahead,
it has notes in here, but according to people that have been doing this shit for years, this shit shouldn't be looking the way it does. Because let's be real, he ended his Mafia-thon like what, November? So it's only been like 2 months. Why does the journal look like that? They should not have yellow pages, dude. I have sketchbooks dating all the way back from like elementary school and middle school to this day, and like those pages are nowhere near as yellow as his journal's looking. So I don't know if he just picked up some old ass journal from the Goodwill, you know. But at the same time, he's using it like on his front page of the brand website. So I really don't understand what the consistency is here. I don't know if this is actually something that he's using to learn the brand, or if it's something that he's using to, you know, just give the brand some kind of aesthetic. Because if it's just for an aesthetic, then it's just like, okay, so what you actually write in the journals is just some bullshit. But then what you're writing in what you write in the journals is actually legitimate, why are you making it look all messy on purpose? You know, it doesn't make sense when you put those two things together, and that's why people are just really iffy about Kai's whole rebrand and shit like that. The authenticity isn't at 100. You know what I'm saying? Niggas aren't really like up there with that like that. Once again, I am in support of Casanat, and if the Vivette clothing is actually cool, then yes, I'll cop it myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I see good clothes, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Kai's doing a good thing. It's just that he's not showing it off the best.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? He's not showing it off the best. You know what I'm saying? It's a little off. It feels a little disingenuous, but that doesn't mean he doesn't like mean it. He's probably just really bad at doing things right. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we got the rise that happened, and we probably have a whole other slew of things that Kyle wanted to do, and he couldn't accurately, or not accurately, he couldn't, you know, properly executed them the way he expected them to go. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, once again, we also have the schools in Nigeria, you know, that was also a pretty bad shit show. I think he handled it pretty all right, but, you know, I just don't think it's really on board of how he wanted things to go his way. So, once again, only time will tell. But, yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. You know, people has really been talking about this, so I just wanted to give my own little experience. Not my own experience, my own opinion about this. I'm generally just like, I'm mutual. I'm really like mutual about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I listen to both sides. You know what I'm saying? Casanat's not wrong. He's not wrong in anything. I'm not trying to make him look bad. But I do want people to understand, like the people that are defending Kyle 100%. I do want you guys to kind of see the other people's perspectives, because it doesn't look like genuine at all. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Once again, if y'all want to join my Discord, feel free to do it. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to grow the all-star community and stuff like that. And I'm gonna try and think of what video I want to make for our 1,000 sub special. So if you guys have any ideas what I should do for the 1,000 sub. You know, just comment, or, you know what I'm saying, just hit me up in the Discord, and, you know, I'll you know, think of the ideas. I'll scramble shit up together or something like that. But yeah, y'all have yourselves a damn good one.
I want you to understand something. This literally is a situation where I'm in dire financial straits, and if this stands where I'm going to be making half as less money on YouTube as I ever did before, starting now, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to have all my shit reclaimed. You know, credit card bills are going to go default. I'm probably going to have to declare bankruptcy. I'm going to lose everything.
All right, Sylvester Stallone, enjoy your ban. I've had enough. Seriously, you're just a fucking idiot. You're just a fucking mouth-drooling dunce, and I've had enough of your idiocy. So goodbye and don't come back. Keep your dollars.
Right now on KO Gaming, I have over 5,000 subscribers. If half of those subscribers gave $1 a month, right? Which is nothing. What, a pack of gum? That would be a tremendous help to me.
Oh, there's a motherfucker.
Yeah, you guys can cut the shit on Kick. Sylvester Stallone literally on this podcast, first he's asking me for things I'm going to do on my day off, which he knows I can't talk about. Then he's saying, oh, did you hear about this thing that could personally hurt Phil? And by him talking about it, what he's trying to do is get attention for it, which then if it actually could hurt streamers, would hurt streamers, so why would he do that? He's an asshole. He's doing it on purpose. He's literally bringing up every negative thing. So, no, he doesn't get forgiveness. He doesn't get his butt kissed. I don't care how many fucking stupid emotes you guys use in chat. He's an asshole. By the way, it's a sock account. If you don't know. Yeah, I know. I'm well aware. Kick is full of LARPers, meaning people who are on sock accounts who are already trolls who get banned and they come back with new accounts and they're trying to pretend to be friends and shit. And then all of a sudden, it's funny. The funny part is when all of a sudden they all bring up exactly the same thing at once, as if they're all sitting in the same Discord server talking behind the scenes, and then they decide to say it on stream. Kind of weird, no? We got a LARPer. I got a $5 super chat from a LARPer. Hilarious. Well, thanks, LARPer, for $5. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not even going to read the message because it's stupid. It actually is.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
Why do people make sock accounts? Well, there's two reasons. Okay, there's two reasons to make a sock account for a stream like mine. Reason number one is that you're a legit supporter. You're someone who actually likes my content, but you're well aware that people who support me in big ways, like let's say dropping a big member bomb or a big tip, that people tend to kind of come after them and harass them because people are weird on the internet and just obsessed with the fact that I'm successful while they're not, and they're miserable and I'm happy. They can't stand that. So they try to harass people who support me, you see? So by using a sock account to do anonymous donations, like an anonymous tip
No,
or
bro.
dropping
That's you doing
50
anonymous.
subs on Kick, but it's a name no one ever saw before, it protects your identity. No one knows who to associate that with, and who cares if they go harass that account? It's a dummy account they're never using for anything anyway. The other reason to use a sock account is because you're someone who already has been in a chat and banned a bunch of times for acting like an asshole, but you still want to keep coming in acting like an asshole. And a lot of the times these people conjugate with others who are assholes, right? I should say congregate, not conjugate. They congregate with others who are assholes on places like Discord, which is apparently the more and more I learn about Discord, the more I'm like appalled that people use Discord as just like degenerate community of people who are just fucked in the head doing disgusting things. I can't believe some of the things I hear now. Yeah, they sit there in their online communities on Discord, you know, laughing, joking, memeing, disgusting behavior because it's all toxic, negative internet bullying stuff. And then they talk about topics, say, oh, you got to go do this, say this in the stream and do this. And because they're on a sock account, they think that no one knows that it's them. They think that, oh, it's, you know, they'll never figure it out who I am because it's a new account or a sock account, right? Zangief says, yeah, after I gifted you last week, people kept following me on Kick and harassing me, but it's not my main account, so I don't care. That's what I mean. That I would strongly recommend anyone who's actually going to support me in some way, you should not have any public-facing account that has real information about you. You should protect your identity online. You should always do that. Like, just in general, everyone should be doing that anyway. But notably, when you're doing anything positive towards me, understand that there are actually mentally ill people stalk me and my followers and my viewers and stuff like that, right? Yeah, it's just a good strategy, you know? Don't open yourself up to online stalking and harassment by using accounts. Like, for example, if you have an active YouTube channel that you use all the time for stuff, never use that channel to contribute to me. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to tip, never tip with your real name. Never tip with an account that's another account online that you want to use, right? Never do that. Make up new names, make up new things, because that's the way to protect your identity. It's just the best way to go about things with these nut jobs on the internet.
It's full-grown men who actually have time in their day to continue to hate on you. It's such a depressing life that people live. Please, see someone. A doctor, a psychiatrist, anyone who's a DSP. Everyone would benefit.
The viewers on Kick are saying, your undershirt is too long. I'm talking about how the month went, talking about the awesome games I'll be playing and the games I'm playing now, planning for an awesome marathon. This is what you're thinking about. This is your major focus in life right now, is the length of my undershirt.
Fake money.
Do you think maybe there might be something wrong? You think perhaps that's not normal human behavior? That you're so obsessed with my undershirt that I'm wearing on the stream? You think perhaps that could be something? There's a word for that. Perhaps there's like a diagnosis for that kind of behavior that maybe would be accurate to describe it.
See, I'm gonna end up seeing it later on Harvey's shit.
You know,
but that's not new. That's old. She's the next stud that used to be married to a man, and now she's doing a video. Yeah, this is her, him, and no, she was an ex-stud. Now she's married with the man, married to a man, and this is yeah, for real. I'm gonna have questions to your homeboy. Your homeboy. I got questions for your homeboy, dog. Wants to be a dude. She throw her swag like a dude. Like, what's up, bruh? Is he even on live right now? Oh, he's live right now.
can't do anything. Constant attack. Can't interrupt any of it.
Oh no, I'm blocked.
No fireball. Always an advantage. Oh, I picked Cammy. Always at the advantage. I guess. Can't do anything. Oh, safe jump. Jump, it completely safe. Can't get out of the corner. Done. Pattern play win. 100% pattern play. Can't react to any of it online. All safe moves and all mix up, and there's nothing you can do besides guess correctly. Literally, no skill to it, just a pattern. Nothing can be done. That's why this game is ass. You did nothing. You didn't react to anything. You just literally did a flowing pattern of 50-50 guesses. Is the flip going to hit high, or is it going to grab me? I don't know. So I guessed one. Oh, I guessed incorrectly. You get a free combo. And it's over and over exactly the same. Complete trash.
Ah! Oh yeah, this gotta be the final boss right here.
I didn't do a forward medium kick like he gave me.
Like dog shit out there. 1v1 me, Dave. 1v1 me, Phil, and power washing, bitch. I'll power wash your bitch ass.
Okay.
I put up another episode 4 out there, so go check that out. Let me know what you think. I don't think it really matters because it's up to me if I want to keep playing this game. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Into the night shift.
He gave up. He gave up. He just stood there and died.